Hello, little ones. Would you like to hear a story? I've got one for you. Of dungeons and douchebags. Long ago, the land of Irion was governed by many majestic empires. The humans of the plains, the elves of the forest, the Oreads of the mountains, the Merrow of the oceans, and the kobolds and Okiti taking what was left. But, as is so common amongst all with darkness in their hearts, those who had power would not be satisfied until they had more. War broke out, alliances being made and broken in a second, as the once civilized races slew each other in droves in vain attempts to get one more seat of power. The kobolds, on the brink of annihilation, sought out a new draconic god who would protect them. Instead, they found Jogotha. A powerful and terrible dragon, Jogotha cared not for the suffering of those around him. Taking advantage of the warring continent, Jogotha razed Irion to the ground, seeking to carve a mighty empire in his name. A last desperate alliance stood firm against Jogotha, and after a terrible battle, the dragon was finally slain. With Irion torn apart, and no one in any shape to continue the war, an armistice was reached, and the Great War ended. Now, many years later, Irion has started to rebuild, and the age of clockwork has begun. And our unlikely heroes, gathered first to celebrate a harvest festival, may soon find themselves at the center of another war. Trevlon, the halfling bard.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this mystery right after I've had this little nap.
Corellian, the kobold paladin.
You must understand, I will do whatever it takes.
Malifane, the half-elf rogue.
You have me rather curious. Tell me something about you.
Thavagath, the Goliath barbarian.
With victory comes honor. And goes.
And Momo, the Arakakra cleric.
You seem tense. Let me help you.
From humble beginnings, these brave adventurers may soon find themselves the key to saving the fallen empires. Last time on Dungeons and Douchebags, Fallen Empires. Construction on two aspects of Battenrant's Hall finished, the stables and the garden. And arriving at the hall to work at the stables was a kobold known as Chicken Bait, apparently so known because he had tamed a cockatrice. In the days that followed, mail arrived at Battenrant's Hall, but not all of it was good news. Trevlon received a notice from Mayor Lionbelly that his friend Toftir Duflame, the bartender, had been placed into federal prison, but insinuated he could be released if they turned in the Rat King. Malifane got a notice that his mother's illness was worsening, and he needed to take up the bills, for the rest of her contacts had apparently failed to pay. And Momo received a series of cult-like writings about a mysterious sky people known as the Anunnaki, and a dragonborn barbarian they had apparently visited known as Otar the Foul, who in all likelihood was the one who had slaughtered Momo's family. But not all the news that followed was bad either, for Kailani had accepted their invitation to work at the Shrine Within, along with two other Merrow, Morrissey and Marsh, who may or may not have been con artists. And Old Ran, their patron, had arrived with payment for their last job and a new one fresh in hand. Prince Zordan of the Oread, a very exuberant man, requested that the party accompany him to the Oread city of Demdoor, where they would take place in a fighting tournament for the right to go into their sacred mines, and hopefully drive out minotaurs that were evidently doing something mysterious down there. What awaits our heroes on the road to Demdoor? What do the Anunnaki have to do with any of this? And will Trevlon finally get that interview with the mysterious old man, or will he be blown off by more mysteriousness? Find out on the next episode of Dungeons and Douchebags, Fallen Empires. Hello and welcome to Dungeons and Douchebags Fallen Empires, the show where everything's made up and the points don't matter. We're here with our lovely guests. We've got Walrus.
I fucked your mum, shit lips.
We've got Atlas.
Thanks, man, you too.
We've got Phil.
Haha. Yeah, that's who I am.
All right. We think we've got Phil. It might be a doppelganger or like one of the discount ones from Costco.
It's the faker.
We've got Scott.
I think I understand, but just in case, can you repeat that entire thing? I wasn't listening.
All right, so welcome to Fallen Empires, show where everything's made up and the points don't matter. I'm here with my lovely guests. We've got Walrus.
Fucking wait, I've not got my fucking. Oh, fuck your mum, shit lips.
We've got Atlas.
Thanks, man. You too.
We've got Phil.
Wait, what's going on? I'm so sad.
We're not sure if it's the real Phil or if it's like one of those doppelgangers or like a discount one from Costco. We've got Scott.
I think I understand. But just in case, can you repeat that entire thing? I wasn't listening.
No!
Stop.
Okay.
I need to stop playing
And
this.
we've
this,
got JoJo.
this thing now. Nice. Very good.
Excellent.
A harmonica. Fuck.
When last we left off, our heroes were at Battenrant's Hall meeting up with their patron, Old Ran, who I will pull up a picture of here in a second. Look at me go. I'm finding the NPC list and pulling up the artwork. Boom. There he is. There's the old man.
Beautiful.
There he is.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
he
the
is.
guy. That's the guy. with
Fluffy
the gold guy.
shoes.
Mhm.
Guy.
With the fluffy shoes. Basically, he gave them payment for their last job and signed them on to a new one with Prince Zordan of the Oriad, who everyone determined was the world's loudest man. And I mean, that's pretty accurate. Look at him.
Yeah!
I love him!
He's ready
Very
to
good.
frickin' party.
I love him so much.
Yep.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Yay, uprising.
Right.
Oh, God bless Uprising.
Zordan recruited our heroes to travel over to the Oriad city of Demdoor, take place in the fighting tournament, hopefully win, and then go into the mines as the reward for winning to go do a little sacred rite or whatever with the Heart of Stone and kick out the Minotaurs that are apparently doing something shady down there. Negotiations had just finished as we come back up. What do you do?
I vaguely remember us setting off, or at least talking about setting off to Port Miranda to take care of some quick business first.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, I remember that.
Yes. I intended to ask Old Red some questions.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Your chance is rapidly going away, so you better do something quick.
Right.
on.
So we're currently all in the hall, right? We're still in the hall.
Still in the dining hall, yes.
Right. Trevlon quickly realizes that he has to get something done real quick and sort of coughs and goes, before I forget, Old Ren, would you mind if I talk to you in private really quick? I need to ask you about something.
Old Ren slowly turns to look at you. I don't believe I made this clear the first time, or if I did, I don't believe you remembered, Mr. Bluequill. But, in case I did not, allow me to reiterate. There are several people out here on Irion who are looking for any information about me, and who want to stop me from doing the things I do. A few questions would lead to something much nastier, so you'll understand if I keep my affairs private.
Trevlon is kind of looks blank, but he thinks for a little bit and goes, okay, before I forget, have I noticed, so I see the art of our boy.
Mm-hmm.
Does Trevlon see the ring this time? Can I make another roll?
Make a perception check.
I need to make this roll. I don't want to lose it again and never get the opportunity to ask. That was supposed to not be with advantage.
I'll take the 18, though.
Oh, thank God.
You look carefully at Old Ran. On his finger is a obsidian ring that looks to be emblazoned with the image of an octopus on it.
Trevlon looks at the ring, looks at Old Ran, and goes, "All right, you want to keep your affairs private, I understand."
I'm glad we could reach an understanding, Mr. Bluequill.
Trevlon smiles at him.
All right. Anything else you wanted to do while you were here?
Unless anyone else had something to do.
Wait, where are we right now? I'm sorry, we're still in the hall, you said?
We're still in the hall.
Yes.
Well, unless we aren't planning on going to words. Unless we aren't planning on going to the port, I think I'm good. We're good.
Excellent. I'll leave you to it then. All right. And old Rand heads out. Just as you're about to head out, one of the hirelings, the one that Thavagath was talking to order what stuff to build, waves you over. It's like, right, so, when are you gonna exactly, pay us for the services?
Wait, didn't we already?
No! It's an ongoing fucking thing!
Oh
We
shit, I
might as-
already took all the money out of my account as and when you receipted me. So I assumed that I'd already paid them up front.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. No, it's maintenance costs, dude!
Oh, the maintenance costs for the hirelings. Right.
Okay, remind us how much it is for a week?
Currently, it is 15 gold and 12 silver per 10-day.
Okay, I think we should see if we can sort out maybe 30 days, maybe a month's worth, just in case this, whole thing takes a while.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
That's fair.
Sure.
Alright. Drevlon takes out 15 gold and looks around and says, I'm willing to pay the rest if you guys want to keep your gold.
No, let me help as well. How much do I need to pay?
So I pulled out 15. So that'd be 25. No, 15 left, actually.
Alright, then I'll pay the 15 as well.
Cool.
Okay. Plus 24 silver.
Okay.
Oh, okay, right.
15 gold
I'll-
plus 24.
I'll do the... Oh, do you want to do the silver then? Or
I'll
shall
do
I
the silver, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Fucking maths. Yeah.
You pay up. He looks over the money, makes sure it's genuine. It's like, right, much appreciated. We'll keep the place spick and span while you're gone. Now get out of here. Shoo. We got actual construction to do.
Oh, that reminds me. Sorry, wait, hold on. Fuck.
Go on.
Fucking
Shit.
Go on, I believe in you.
I trust you.
Fuck. That reminds me. Carolean, you were really keeping to yourself the last couple of days. Is there anything you wanted to order construction-wise just before we leave, so I can get fucking done?
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I was actually here, because when I listened back to the VOD, I was still up in my room, so...
What's a VOD?
Good question. I presume that I managed to make my way downstairs once I heard the front doors open.
Yep.
I look up at Ethav and I just sort of shrug. No, nothing from me, and I will also put down 15 gold and however many silver to pay for an additional 10-day.
12 silver.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Much obliged. Now, should be a couple days trip to Port Miranda. Don't get eaten on the way there. Bye.
Do our best.
All right.
That was okay then.
You.
I love paying people. This is great fun.
Haha! Economics.
Economics, motherfuckers.
Economics.
All right.
They're silly.
So, it is now midday. Unless you want to march through the night, you can go up to 2 hexes in a day.
Alright. We don't want to risk exhaustion, do we?
No.
No.
I would not say
I
so.
would recommend marching through the night.
All right. In that case, where do you want to end up by end of day?
Let's see.
Let's see. Let's just try to go to that little empty patch right there on the right.
In this one, or...
Either that or one of the ones with the trees.
Alright.
I thought we could march 3 days. Three places.
You're starting midday.
Oh, starting midday. Okay.
Yeah, silly.
Yeah, in that case, that sounds good.
All right.
There.
Okay. You go there into the evening. It's pretty quiet afternoon, and then pretty quiet evening as you settle down to make camp, and Prince Zordan is there with you, and as you prepare, he's like, oh, wait, what's this? And then he raises up his hands, and like dirt, soil, and rock in this little 5-foot circle just raises from the ground, moves off the side, digs into a little pile at the side, does it again, and he leans down and is like, behold, I made us a pit for shelter.
Pit? I mean,
it's a slope. We can like walk down and out. It's fine.
Okay, fair enough. There's no chance of caving in or anything like that? Yeah, we're fine, we're good?
I mean, unless soil starts raining from the sky suddenly, I don't think so.
You see any mountains anywhere?
Zordan looks around. I do not.
Fantastic. Also, is that a thing that all of your people can do? You know, the whole moving the ground real easy?
A few of us. Mostly it's some sorceress training on my part.
Okay, fair enough. That lowers my worries, because if we were going to do this tournament thing, if everybody could do that, I'd be slightly unnerved.
Good to know!
Right. Skip time. I can do the first watch if you all are keen.
I will do the second watch.
Fantastic.
All right.
I'll take third.
Hooray. Very good. Right.
Okay, so first watch, make a perception check.
Perception check, baby. Here we go. Not with advantage. You got
Not
that?
with
Got
advantage.
that checked out.
Stop
There
doing
we
things with
go.
advantage, man. That's not fair. It's not fair to the whole class.
Come on, it's fine. It's cheating.
You keep close watch. Everything seems quiet on your end. You notice that Prince Zordan is not asleep or resting with the rest of the party.
Is that because he's not sleeping, or because he doesn't like us?
When I say not with you guys, it's not like he's sleeping somewhere else. He is not sleeping, period.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Cool. I wonder if that. I look over and I say, "Hey, do you folks sleep ever?"
Zordan looks over and is like, "Some of us do. I don't.
Is that healthy?
I have no idea. Is it healthy for you to pass out for 8 hours a day?
I mean, technically, yes.
Okay,
I mean,
good to know.
Well, some people find it really helpful to pass out for those 8 hours. Other people, like myself, sometimes forget to do that.
You know something? I really like this guy.
I'm
sure you
I
would,
like
sir.
you too, gruff elf man who used to be not gruff.
I ain't telling you shit.
Okay.
I'm sure you. He's just. There's a lot to do with him. Don't worry about it. Just be. If it's dark, be ready for fun times. Essentially.
Navigate rolls over with a grunt. Where's this whole thing?
I think
Well,
we should
he's
let
out.
let's let the boys sleep now. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go sleep now. Whoever wants to take over my post, whoever was doing that.
No,
All
it's me.
All right,
Go-
make
go
a
do it.
perception check.
Okay,
Cracking.
okay. Let's do the perception.
Whoa.
That's not.
All right. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary on watch.
I look over at the prince, and I just smile. He looks so happy just to be there. He's just having a jolly old time, and it
Yep.
just gives me good vibes.
He's doing great.
I love him so much.
All right, and then last watch.
That would be me.
Okay.
Wreck it.
You don't see anything of importance during the night. All right.
Carlene is sort of like reclining against Mocha at this point, and they sort of cast a glance over at Zordan, just sort of kept. Don't think we had the pleasure of being introduced officially, Carelian.
Prince Zordan of the Oread! A pleasure to make your acquaintance, good sir!
An incredible pleasure indeed. Carlene just sort of looks over at the horizon, sort of glad that they waited till the end of their shift to say anything.
I was wondering if you were going to say anything ever. I just thought, I'd be patient and all that. Looks like it paid off. Now I know your name. Fantastic. And then,
Fantastic indeed.
And then, at the crack of dawn, you're all woken up with, "Good morning, everyone! How are you all doing?"
Well, thank you. Hi. Hello.
I'd like to make some kind of check for Thagath to stay resolutely asleep during that.
Make a constitution check.
Yeah, that's it's going to be Constitution. Constitution saving or just...
Safe.
Surely this would be with disadvantage. Considering how loud
No,
this
sir.
fucker is.
Oh my god, that's enough!
Oh,
Wow.
damn.
Fucking incredible. You're still asleep. He looks down at Tabagath and is like, "Hello, are you awake? Are you alive? I'd hate for you to have died this early." He's just like shaking you on the shoulder at this point, and like nothing is going to stop him from just continuously shaking you, trying to get you awake.
Just imagine this fucking this loud prince angrily.
Your Highness, I think I know what could wake him up.
Oh?
I back up to a distance and I just go, "Meh!" and I imitate a goat.
Go.
I see.
I'm up.
Yeah.
Oh, good morning, sunshine.
Morning, Tav.
Good morning, I say again.
Good morning, loud man.
Now then, I believe you all wanted to head into Port Miranda.
Yes, sir.
That was the idea.
Indeed.
Excellent. Let us be off. I'm not even going to bother asking what direction you're going. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I'd like to take the long way
Slide to the
round.
right.
I want to take an opposite direction to the south, and then I want to turn all the way back at 180 degrees, and then I want to make a figure eight.
Excuse me, I think we'll find I want to go downwards into the fucking Earth's core.
Oh, east? I thought you meant east.
Sorry, I didn't know which way we were going. I was out on kitchen.
You enter Port Miranda. As usual, the streets are pretty busy. A lot of chatter, a lot of activity through the main street, through the market. Zordan's looking around at all this. Turns to you guys. I like this place.
We do too.
It's a very nice town. Well, at least its people are very nice. To my way of thinking.
Most of them, at least.
Yeah. Now, I have business to attend to. A certain mayor wants to ask me question after question, and I want to annoy him for a little bit because that would really raise my spirits. I also might. Was it?
Don't mean to interrupt, but do you want someone to go with you, or is this something you would like to do by yourself?
I'd prefer to do this by myself if that's okay with you.
Understood.
I'll also be. After my excursion, I'll be in the library if you guys need me. I need to look something up.
I need to go deliver a letter. So, I guess I'll be there if you need me.
I'll come with you now.
Thank you, Momo.
I'm gonna find my manager.
Okay, I'm going to see what there is to drink around here.
If you want to have a fun challenge, go to the Fiery Grog Tavern and ask for the worst thing there.
Sounds fantastic. I will do that.
It is not. Unequivocally, just isn't. But you have fun either way, mate.
All right.
Momo can't stop smiling around him. He just loves him.
Mal looks to Trevlon and says, "You know, as much as I'm against the whole concept of drinking, I cannot wait to see where this goes."
He's either going to die or become a powerful god being that we cannot stop, and both of those things sound amazing and improbable and wonderful. Well, not the dying thing. I'd prefer it if he didn't die. Die in like the metaphorical sense.
Let's hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I will see you when I see you.
Good luck, Trev.
Fellas. Yeah. And Trevlon goes.
Karelin, you doing anything?
Well, I figured I would act as escort to Prince Zordan. I'm in need of some fiery grog myself.
Ugh, terrible. Alright, myself. Deal with it.
Alright. So, let's start out with Trevlon as he goes up towards Mayor Morkid Lionbelly's manor. The gateman sees who you are, nods, and just opens up the gate without a word for you.
Flawless. Excellent. Really keen with this. I head on through.
All right. More valets and butlers and stuff open doors for you as you walk in, shutting them behind you, and lead you towards Mr. Lionbelly's dining room, where he is seated at the far end of a table, looks up, and smiles. Mr. Bluequill, it feels like it's been forever. Please, have a seat, he says, gesturing at the far, far end of the table.
I mean, okay. I mean, as long as you're cool with me shouting.
He just kind of chuckles and watches you sit down. Now, I take it you finally got my letter and know why you're here.
I mean, you told me that I had to answer some questions.
Yes.
I mean, is that the reason I'm here? Or is there anything else more nefarious and evil to do? Or, I mean, not to say that I would expect that from you, but, you know, I want to know everything I'm to do here.
Mr. Bluequill, you wound me so. But yes, just a few questions so we can get this particular bit of justice in order. How long have you known Toftir Duflame?
Known Toftir. Oh god, how long was it since out of character? How long was it since our first mission?
Couple of months.
So I'd known the Fiery Grog Tavern for a little while, but I've never really met or talked to the man inside until a couple months ago.
I see. And as far as you knew, he was an ordinary bartender. Am I to understand this is correct?
Yeah, to my knowledge.
I see. Now, how surprised were you when the guards informed you that he was, in fact, a smuggler in his previous life?
Well, he told me once that he had enemies, but I just assumed it was some rowdy patrons. I mean, it didn't surprise me. That place isn't exactly a hub for very polite and friendly gentlemen.
You're absolutely correct, it's not. But no, Toftir made his living elsewhere before settling down here in Port Miranda. Irion used to have a really nasty pirate problem, you understand.
How long ago would that be, Alex?
A couple years back.
I was there reporting on some of the stuff at the time. I may have been, well, it was a fun, quote, time for journalism, but not so much for everybody else. Lots of stories. There's not much good times happening for a lot of the other people and the traders.
Yeah.
I remember, so...
Then I'm sure you know what a fascinating story it is. The man who claimed to be reformed, and then suddenly, an entire cavern perfect for smuggling things found right below his tavern, with the legendary warhammer that Lord Stormkirk's been searching for decades right there. Surely you can appreciate what an interesting story that would be, Mr. Bluequill. You even wrote about it.
I did. Then you may have also, if you did read that story, hear about the denizen living inside.
I did. You reported on some sort of mad alchemist, was it? And from what my men tell me, your story is that not Mr. Duflame, but this alchemist was the one using this particular series of caverns.
I believe that is the case.
Well, again, Mr. Bluequill, that is a fascinating story, but it is just that, a story. You have no evidence to back up this claim. This alchemist is nowhere to be found. Yeah, you have nothing that can corroborate your story of Mr. Duflame's innocence.
Okay, first of all, I am going to do two things here, because, oh god, that's a lot of information at once.
Mm-hmm.
Are they serving drinks in here? Is there like a waiter or some sort?
Oh, there's a guy who's serving drinks, but exclusively to Mayor Lionbelly.
Okay, that answers my question. That answers the question I was going to ask. Right. Okay. Okay. Say that you're right, that Tofdir did indeed have this cavern down there for a long time, and he used it to smuggle things in and out of the city, and he did, and somehow managed to steal Stormkirk, and, hid it there. That is... It would be a bit weird considering the other things that lived in that cave. And it would also be a bit weird considering that an alchemist managed to get in there without his knowledge. I mean, you'd think that a man that built the bloody tunnel would know about somebody who's going in there and living inside of it.
Who's to say they're not in league?
I do. Well, I could certainly vouch for Tofdir. That guy and Tofdir wouldn't have words, certainly.
As we have established, Mr. Bluequill, your word is just your word. It means absolutely nothing in terms of evidence.
Apparently my journalistic integrity has been questioned. Oof.
Apparently. So, Mr. Bluequill, don't consider this an interrogation or an interview. Consider it me doing you a favor. I know that you have been spending many a day trying to find some way to help your friend Mr. Duflame out of this predicament, and I'm here to tell you, you're wasting your time.
And if I manage to find the person that I'm telling you about,
well, then that'll be a very interesting case then, Mr. Bluequill.
Would it be evidence?
It would indeed.
Interesting. Well, you may think of me as someone who is very knowledgeable about, Tofdir's dealings, but I'm afraid I'm not. The only thing I can tell you is what I've told you just now. That's all I know about Tofdir. End of story.
He looks across the table at you, smirks. I believe you, Mr. Bluequill. You may go.
Trevlon stands and leaves. He's not tipping his hat. Fuck that guy.
Yep. All right. You head out of the manor as all the valets and butlers close doors behind you, locking the gate as you exit.
Pricks.
Mm-hmm. Then I believe we were looking at Malifane and Momo going to go send a letter.
Yeah.
All right. Postal service is relatively easy to find once you ask around. Mostly it's a lot of very dedicated, very speedy guys who run across Irion to deliver stuff. And currently among them is the red-suited, red-capped gentleman who delivered letters to Baton-Rance Hall a couple days prior.
Just for prior reference, remind me where it was that the care unit delivered the message from. I'm trying to remember. I didn't write it down.
Baylight.
Let me write that down. Thank you much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I guess we look over and we notice the cat, and oh, hey, so I haven't seen you in a couple days, actually.
Yeah. Wow, it's been approximately, and then he starts calculating his head. It's been approximately 2 days, 6 hours, and 47 minutes since I saw you last. Wow, it feels like it's been forever.
The fact that you remember that is rather impressive, I must say.
Thank you very much, sir.
Momo leans in and kind of pulls his sleeve, making him lean down. He's a mailman. I'm pretty sure he's expected to remember all of this.
I mean,
He's
granted,
probably
yes.
very good at math as well.
I wouldn't be surprised. I have a letter here to deliver to the Baylight Care Center. If you wouldn't mind.
Baylight? He looks at the letter and is like, yeah, sure, it should be easy enough on my route. That'll be 5 silver, sir.
5 silver? I can do that. Reach into my pocket and pull out the silver and hand it to the gentleman.
All right. Yeah, he takes the silver. The Postal Service thanks you for your patronage, sir.
Of course. Say, out of just sheer curiosity, how long does it normally take you to get to and from your normal route?
Let's see here. As I start calculating what his route would be, usually takes me about half a 10-day or so to circuit around.
It's very quick, very impressive.
Thank you very much, sir.
Momo, is there anything that you needed to do here?
Not that I could think.
Is there anyone else around the postal service that we notice?
One particularly crotchety old guy who has, like, a 47-page letter he's trying to negotiate sending for just 1 copper. Other than that, no one in particular you recognize in the postal service.
Well, I don't really see much else reason to be here, then. What say you? Should we head back, or do you have something else that you want to do?
I don't particularly have any other business here, so I believe we can head back.
Why don't we head over to the tavern, see what the other two are up to?
Yeah, let's head over.
All right. Thank you very much for your assistance, sir.
Of course!
Good day.
All right, and you head out of the postal service. Meanwhile, Thabagath, you are looking for your manager.
Yeah, far.
All right, roll an investigation check.
Yeet. There it is.
All right. You spend some time looking around. Eventually, you find Julian Jeremier, who is working on patching up some of the broken bones and stuff of Von Roxor, who is just lying down on a park bench, getting his limbs, like, cracked and set back into place.
Oh, yum.
So, Von Roxor looks at you, sees you approaching, and does a very angry, obviously affected sigh, which causes Jeremier to look up and is like, "Ah, buddy, you got my message?"
Yeah, yes, I can come back when you're done.
No, I'm not busy, he says, and then sets Von Roxor's leg back into place. I can multitask.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, in regards to your letter, a ring matching your specifications is being built as we speak. Should be, how long, you reckon? Alex?
Should be around 10 days from now.
10 days from now, okay. Should be finished in about 10 days from now. I believe I'll be out of the region for a while, but if you want to make your way over there, you can start doing your business.
Out of region? Where are you going?
Just up north for a while.
Up north?
The tournament. Yeah.
Wait. Tournament?
Yeah, you know, the...
You're not talking about the Demdoor tournament, are you?
Depends. Alex, am I talking about the Demdoor tournament?
Yes, you are. It's the tournament that's taking place in Demdoor.
That's the one. The Demdoor tournament? The tournament taking place in Demdoor? That's the one.
Demdoor Dimmadome! Owner of the Demdoor Dimmadome!
I'm the game everybody. I'm so good for the big man.
Yeah, I'm Doug Demdoor, owner of the Demdoor Dimmadome!
God dang, I love you guys.
Very good.
Yeah. Oh, Tab, oh, buddy, you are lucking out, my friend. You
know it.
You know Crocodile's gonna be there, right?
Oh, I was counting on it, really.
Alright, Thabagath, this is a name that you, as part of the Gladiator Guild, are very familiar with. Crocodile is both the top-ranked fighter and basically guild leader of the Gladiator Guild in Irion. He is a big frickin' name.
Oh.
And, like, anyone who gets in his good graces pretty much has it made in the guild.
God, cannot wait.
You make sure that when you get there, put in a good word for your old pal Julian once you're there, right?
Oh, you know it, baby.
Okay. Meantime, take it easy, as he says, testing out Von Roxor's elbow range. It's not great. And Von Roxor's obviously wincing in pain, but, like, biting his lip and just staring you down.
Fair enough. Oh, when you get to Baton Rance, you'll want this to prove that you're legit, and Thav hands him a piece of paper with the words "I can do what I want," aggressively scrawled across it.
He looks at that, chuckles. I remember the days when you tried to use this instead of gold to pay for everything, Thav. Yeah, good times, old buddy. Good times.
Good times.
Well, you're probably off on your way. Don't let me stop you.
Got it. Have a good day, man.
You too. And you head off. Meanwhile, at the Fiery Grog Tavern, Corellian, you watch as Prince Zordan just like pushes in the doors and is like, "Hello! I would like the absolute worst thing you have to drink!" And everyone just stares at him incredulously.
Found a scene to draw.
Yep. Well. And it just continues staring for a couple minutes. And then he turns to you, Corellian, and is like, "Do you think I could have been more specific?"
I may be just a tad bit more specific and a bit more tactful, although I will say my personal recommendation is the Fiery Grog Challenge.
Thank you very much, good Corellian. And then he looks back. "What I meant to say by that is I would like to partake in the Fiery Grog Challenge." And the Goliath in the chef's hat rolls his eyes, goes over to make some more fiery grog, and Prince Zordan goes over to the bar, pulls out a stool for you, Corellian, and is like, "Come, join me!"
Oh, yes, absolutely. Krellin will take the stool gladly.
All right. And then Zordan turns to you and is like, "So knowing absolutely nothing about this challenge, is it the sort of thing you compete against someone for?"
It can be.
Excellent! I do love a challenge! In that case, I challenge you to the Fiery Grog Challenge!
Your challenge has been honorably and summarily accepted, Prince Zordan.
Wonderful! This will be amazing! And then, at that point,
yes.
The Goliath cook comes out with a couple of drinks of fiery grog. Zordan reaches into his pocket, plunks down way more gold than is necessary to pay for it, and picks up a mug and is like, "I believe the phrase is bottoms up!" And just immediately starts chugging it down.
I will watch in awe as this man just drains that tankard. Damn. Yes, I will. Yes, I guess I'll try to keep up.
Okay, make a constitution check. That's a save, but I think it's the same score anyway, so...
Yeah, it's the same, sorry.
Alright, you drink up. It tastes bitter as hell, but you've had experience drinking this sort of thing, so you managed to keep it down. Zordan just picks up another mug while he's in the middle of his first mud, and chugs that as well. Like...
God.
It's
speed.
It's inhuman how he is doing this.
God.
My ears just droop a little, my eyes widen. I look down at the dregs of my mug, I look up at the chef, and I just sort of put the mug back and take the second one and go for it.
Alright. That is also just barely enough to pass this drinking of this bitter-ass
come on,
ale.
Baby.
This mix of all sorts of wretched shit. And then, Zordan just, like, slams down both of the mugs, looks around to see if there's another. Just as the chef fills up another one, hands over another gold piece, takes the mug, chugs it down like it's no big thing.
God.
I am in awe at this point. This absolute damn. I kind of like slowly shove the second mug back, and I take the third one and just look down, look at Zordan, look down at the mug, utter a brief prayer to Bahamut, and bottoms up.
I know I'm stating the obvious here, but he is not human.
Alright. One drop of the third mug of fiery grog touches your lips, Corellian, and you immediately upchuck it all over the chef, who just stands there stoically, like, blinks twice. Zordan looks at you. He's like, Are you quite all right, good Corellian?
I've been better.
Does this mean I win the challenge?
Yes, Prince Sordan, you have bested me.
I win, he says, throwing his arms up into the air. What does that mean? And then the chef points up to the sign. It says, anyone who wins the Fiery Grog Challenge gets free drinks for the rest of the night. Excellent! A round for everyone, he says. And the tavern cheers. And that is when the rest of the group comes into the tavern cheering on Prince Sordan, and he's just like passing out mugs of ale.
Alex,
Here.
if I might ask, but before Trevlon comes in, is it okay if I possibly research something at the local library?
Oh yes. Everyone but Trevlon comes in then.
There we go.
There we
To
go.
be continued, I guess.
I love that Prince Sordan just screams the energy of someone who blinks with one eye at a time.
Yep.
Bold
That
of you
does have
to
many
assume he
doors.
blinks.
Oh, boy.
Big Zordan energy.
Oh my god.
Yep. So, what are you researching at the local library, Trevlon?
I am looking up. So, it was a squid on his ring, or octopus on his ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am looking up sigils that have the octopus on it. Any sigil that resembles the octopus, anything like that.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Here we go, boys. I'm about to kick this investigation in its pee hole.
Oh, don't do that.
That would be painful.
You search for quite a while, but like none of the information you seem to find about octopus sigils seems to correlate to any other information. Like, there's a cult of the Kraken Queen that is with the City of Shimmering Lights, but
No, that
that's
one.
not quite the octopus sigil you saw. There's suggestions for pirate flags, but that's also not quite the sigil you saw. There's a lot of different information about octopi, like you've learned something about their reproductive habits, but like not what the exact ring he was wearing was.
Interesting. This must mean it is quite a secret society, and must be asked around in perhaps more interesting locations, not just libraries.
Perhaps.
Well, I shall keep that in mind and head back to the tavern to see where everybody else is.
Meanwhile, back at the tavern, everyone but Trevlon comes in as Prince Sordan is helping pass out a whole bunch of mugs of ale to the patrons of the Fiery Grog Tavern, who are graciously accepting and like chugging at alarming frequency.
I immediately look at Corellian and I just rush over. Dear Lord, what happened?
Yeah, this is about what I was expecting.
Were you aware that one could win the Fiery Grog Challenge?
No. Is that what happened?
I mean, it is a challenge.
I look at the mugs.
There's
How many he drank?
There's like a huge stack of them over by Zordan's place on the bar.
Is that how many he drank?
It was a sight to behold and truly impressive. Carlite is like sort of just rubbing their temples at this point. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Do you need any healing at all?
No, I'm good. Be a waste of money otherwise. It's fine.
Suit yourself. Momo goes over to the prince and just congratulates him, letting his good energy consume him as, like, he loves him so much. He has such good energy.
Ah, well, thank you very much, Momo. Here, have a drink, he says, passing a
Momo
mug over to
fumbles
you.
to catch it. Thank you, sir!
This is impressive, I must say. Have you built up an immunity to this, or...?
I have no idea! Have a drink!
No, thank you. I'm okay.
I'll take it. Just give it to me. Just give it to me.
Yes,
Okay.
Thank you.
Dav puts his meaty maw in front of Momo's face and just takes the beer. No, you've got one.
He's mine now.
I can handle two.
Yeah, but I can handle more.
Yeah, but I can't.
Nope. Dibs.
Momo tries to jump up and grab it with his beak. Give it back! I need that!
As that we got just downs it in one.
Need it or want it?
Momo tries to chug it and then he's just. I tried and that's all that matters.
That's a good worldview, my friend! Alright. And, a few minutes later, Trevlon, you arrive at the Fiery Grog Tavern, and all the patrons are slowly getting more and more drunk. Because Zordan will not stop buying everyone alcohol.
Hey, just don't ask.
This challenge is starting to sound less and less like a successful business practice. And I'm starting to think that maybe the tavern owner is actually smuggling shit, because how else can you keep this shit afloat?
You look in the tip
Usually
jar.
nobody wins.
You look in the tip jar, though, and it's overflowing, so...
That is fair. Never mind.
Hmm.
And plus, no one's ever really won the Fiery Grog Challenge, so.
I mean,
Until
do we
me,
know
apparently!
that?
Until him, yeah.
Do we know that, or I forgot?
Oh, that's a great question. I'll go over to the bartender and ask.
You go over to the Goliath manning the bar and ask if anyone's won the Fiery Grog Challenge. Bartender looks at you and goes, "Ugh."
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'll take that as a no. Until him.
Does he appear to speak any? I know this is a lost cause, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Does he appear to speak any specific language, or?
Make an insight check.
Oh boy, here we go. Where is my character sheet? Where is my character sheet? Oh, there it is.
How could you lose your own character? That's so.
I have no idea.
So irresponsible.
Yeah.
Well, he clearly understands languages. He only responds with, "Ugh."
Alex,
Right.
how tall is Prince Jordan?
Prince Zordan, he's pretty tall, about 6'6".
Expert. And how tall is the door to the tavern?
Oh.
8 foot.
Okay, I was just asking. Just wanted to be accurate.
Alright.
Oh yeah, you're drawing the thing, aren't you?
You're
Yeah,
drawing.
I'm
Okay.
I'd like to
I'm
buy
drawing
the
him-
worst thing you have! You're drawing that scene.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yes.
Marvelous.
Mr. Blue Quill, welcome! Have a drink, he says, like, tossing one over to you and miraculously not spelling that much.
Oh shit! Did somebody win?
I did!
Yeah. Crazy boy over here did.
Do you drink alcohol?
I don't like being called crazy. Please don't do that.
My apologies.
Do you drink alcohol?
I apparently just did.
Are you
Mm.
feeling anything?
I'm feeling like I am amazing and just won a challenge.
Man,
Who made you?
that's a very good question.
Yeah.
The craftsman god, obviously.
That
Can I-
makes a lot of sense. Fuck.
Can I
okay.
roll nature to figure out whether or not the Oread even do food or drink?
Yeah, go ahead. The Oread have like 3 sub-races. The Granite sub-race has no need for food, drink, air, or sleep. And thank you for the bits.
Thank you for the.
I'm going to assume, now that I have witnessed your behavior in kind, that you are a granite Oread. Am I right?
I think partially, at least. They said
Partially.
they put the best bits of all 3 of us in me.
Well, you know what? That sounds. You know what? The less I know about that, the better, I think, because I don't think I have the mental capacity to understand it right now.
Okay.
I'm just going to drink this.
All right.
And then Trevlin drinks this.
You drink this.
I tap on the bar and just ask the barkeep, just get me a glass of water, please.
He says and obliges.
It's gonna be a long night.
It is indeed a long night, because for a while, no one bothers to tell the prince, you can stop. So he just keeps on buying beers for the whole tavern until most everyone is passed out.
I'm just watching this and thinking to myself, wonder why I haven't told him he can stop at any point. Why am I not telling him he can stop?
That's a good question.
Thavagath can see the cogs working in Malifang's mind and gestures the "I will fucking kill you" sign.
Do not ask questions we do not want asked.
Wait, okay, out of character. Are you saying to him not to stop or to tell him to stop?
Oh,
Never
don't
stop.
fucking tell him to
Okay.
stop.
Don't ever tell him to stop.
This is free alcohol. What the
Okay,
fuck,
just
man?
making sure. Again, I am not good with the phrasing and the understanding and the shit, so just making sure.
You should get a laxative for that. That was a joke about not having the shit.
And
And
so,
that was
and
possibly
so
the
the night
funniest joke I've ever
continues until basically everyone is passed out. Morning comes, and you're all woken up in the tavern with, "Good morning, everyone!"
Pain, existence, agony, everything hurt, help.
Hold on.
I can't remember how to breathe.
Thavagath stays asleep.
All right.
Of course.
He sees Thavagath still asleep. "Mama, would you mind bleating again?"
He gets up, wobbles over to the door, and just goes, "Ah!"
Thavagath does not wake up at this, but just starts sobbing.
Wait, let me let me try. And Corell, I will sort of like lift my head out of the ruff of Mosca's fur around her neck because she wandered in sometime in the middle of the night. Who knows? And I just ask her. I go tell her to wake Thav up, and I just imagine that she goes over and just sort of licks the top of his head insistently.
Nice. Yeah. As she does so, you get the strange feeling of chaotic energy in the air as one of you must draw a card.
Alright, who was the last person to draw? I can't remember.
I think it was you, Scott.
No,
No,
we.
I think it was Atlas, wasn't it?
I think it was Atlas.
Yeah.
I haven't drawn in a long time.
It must have been.
I remember.
Then I think it's
It was
Atlas's turn.
Walrus.
Oh, Atlas' turn.
Alright.
That sounds about right.
Come on,
Atlas,
big
you
money.
I'm thinking
You
of
better
the
get a big card.
I'm thinking of the cyclone monster thing.
Yeah, but then you also
We
drew
just had
once.
the cyclone. He's not going to show up for a while, I don't think.
No, I was
Whatever
remembering
that
when
is.
Scott drew,
Ooh, fuck.
so that made me confused. I'm sorry.
That is the keep.
Ooh, baby.
Big
I'm not
I
seeing
can't
the card.
remember if you drew this before. That's the one that gave you like the extra dimensional box that held things.
Yeah, I have it.
Oh,
All right. The box opens up and just like vomits forth everything you put in it before disappearing.
Oh, what the?
I just sigh and I like pick up a pound of silver wire, a pound of copper wire, 20 pounds of lead, and then 3 common gems, and I shove it back in the box and slam the lid shut.
The box disappeared though.
Oh, it disappeared. I sigh and stow it among my normal stuff.
You put 20 pounds of lead in your backpack. It's a fun time.
Mal.
I'm strong. I don't really.
I think it's fair to assume that Mal, at some point or another, actually just went to his fucking room during the night. So he wakes up and he yawns, just like, "Good morning. I haven't had a good night's sleep in days." And is that a fucking pound of lead?
Yeah.
I'm not. I just assumed I passed out on the
Yeah.
tavern floor like everyone else.
Probably.
And
So
also it would be 20 anyway.
I'm not going to question this.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Moshka continues to insistently lick Thavagath's head.
With a giggle, Thav wakes up, making little shoe motions towards his head, instinctively. Just like, oh, love it.
Moshka sees that you are awake and goes right back over to Corellian. As you're packing up the 20 pounds of lead, she stares at the lead, stares at you, stares at the lead.
That is more than
I
20.
just thank her for waking up Thav, and I boop her snoot.
You boop the snoot, and it is good. All right.
Good. Very good.
Yeah. Now then,
So,
I take it we're to make an excursion out of Fort Miranda today.
Yeah.
that's the idea.
Excellent.
That's the plan.
All right, so because it's a long fucking trek over to Demdoor, you have now unlocked faster travel. You can go 5 hexes a day instead of 3 at the cost of your passive perception.
Oh.
I can deal with this.
I'm gonna say, let's maybe only do that once. If any.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
like, how far away is...
Mechanically speaking, can they, just like I did earlier, is there any way of being able to like join a caravan or rent some form of vehicular mode of transport with like a fucking horse or some shit?
There probably is. Let me check what the rates on it are.
Like a carriage and 4 horses.
Carriage and 4 horses for rent. It's going to be more expensive than you think. I'm letting you know that right now.
Oh, we're probably not going to do it, but for my own sanity, how much is it?
For your own sanity, yeah. 1 draft horse would be 50 gold, so 4 of them would be 200 gold. And then a carriage is 100 gold.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna make an
that's
executive decision and say absolutely not.
So
yeah, no, it's an
that's
absolute...
to buy, though.
I figured that would be to buy. But still, fair enough. We've been looking into buying horses anyway, so... Cool.
Yeah. All right. So you're walking it?
Yeah.
We're walking
Guess
it.
so, unless
We're
anyone else...
walking
They're
baby.
walking it. I am riding
You're on
Mosca
Mosca,
because
and Mosca is walking it.
Hey.
she's walking it slower than she could just to stay with everyone else, though.
All right.
Too kind. Aw.
So normal or fast pace?
Fast pace.
Let's fucking go, boys.
One day. One day.
Okay, Mr. I'm scared.
Yes,
Ooh,
once per day.
Yes.
I'm not scared. I'd like to keep my eyes open. Thank you.
Okay.
We'll have fun with your eyes open, Mr. No Lids.
All right.
Go.
I'm assuming you want to
With the
end up
eyelids off.
by this hill here.
Yeah.
All right. You head out of Port Miranda. Early morning. That fell off the table. The early morning passes without incident. Later morning without incident. Afternoon without incident. Late afternoon.
There we go.
Whoa.
Ooh ooh.
Oh, whoa, what is this?
You walk along the road, and eventually you smell something burning like off in the distance, and you like go to investigate what it is. There is a grass fire that is burning on the side of the road.
Oh.
Should we put that out?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's not let this spread.
Okay.
Is there a body of water nearby?
There doesn't appear to be water in the immediate vicinity.
Corellian
Wait,
looked like they had
hold
an
on.
idea.
I think I have a spell for that.
Yeah, Corellian, were you gonna say something?
Say, Prince Sordan, couldn't you just do that whole earth move?
Oh yeah,
thing
of course.
and put that out?
He lifts up another huge pile of dirt and like dumps it on top of the fire, and the fire goes out before it can spread too far.
Huh.
That's useful.
That is very
could work
useful.
too, yeah.
Thank you.
I can't believe I didn't think of that before. Thank you so much.
That could have been a horrible event if we didn't.
Helga grabs his pelts and says, well, my work here is done.
You-
And swishes it away.
But you didn't do anything.
Done so.
All right. And then with that taken care of, unless you want to investigate the fire some more.
I would actually like to see if I can find what caused the fire, just
Sure.
in case.
Same.
Investigation check with advantage, one of you.
Yes, I'll do it.
Sure.
You
Nice.
take a look around and, like, discarded in a bush, there is some flint and steel that someone dropped in a hurry, it looks like.
Oh. I'll keep on to this.
All right.
Sure.
You have added flint and steel to your inventory.
Oh boy, now
Can we
Flint
just
and
acknowledge
steel.
that the bird has a sacrificial dagger and flint and steel now?
don't worry about it, it's fine.
I'm pretty sure that Momo already had flint and steel. Doesn't it come with a priest pack anyway?
With the priest pack, I'm not sure. Either
Let's
way.
find out!
All right, you pick up the flint and steel, and that is your best investigation. Looks like someone started it by mismanaging or intentionally just using that.
I wonder who
It does
this
indeed
belongs
come with a
to.
tinderbox.
Okay.
Well, we can figure out someone else to hold on to it later. Let's just keep walking.
And then, as evening approaches and you settle down to make camp, you settle down, start to put up the campfire, and then suddenly you hear this grinding noise, and then a couple of hisses and whistles as you look around, and then a gnome on, like, this strange wheeled device with two pedals that he's pressing down repeatedly, and, like, one wheel with several cogs and chains attaching it, just kind of, like, wheels on by, looks at you and is like, "Evening, fellas!" tipping his hat and just struggling to keep his balance on this strange device.
Good evening. Do you need any help?
No, I think I got this, he says, just, like, almost losing his balance, but then, like, immediately leaning back to correct it.
Well, what exactly is, this?
You like
about
it?
to ask.
It's my, handy-dandy new invention. I call it a unicycle.
Unicycle.
Doesn't uni imply one? Doesn't that thing have two wheels?
Nah, just the one. I described it poorly, but, like, it's several gears in the middle of one big wheel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you mind if I, take a look at that?
Soon as I figure out how to stop.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me try and help.
Okay.
How tall is it? How
Um,
big is this thing?
It is, about 3 feet, so now the gnome is at normal human height when he's on top of it.
Oh, in that case, Daragath will just fucking clasp him, grab him off, and then hold
I
on
was
to the
just
thing in the other
thinking
hand.
that. Beautiful.
All right, make a strength check.
Oh god, if I fail this, I'll be fucking disgraced.
All right, you grab the gnome easily enough, but you try to, like, just grab on to the unicycle, and your big meaty fingers, like, jam onto the gears, and you hear as one of them just falls out of place, and there's just loud clatter as it just falls apart right beneath the gnome, who looks down, looks up. God damn it!
Wait. Give me a moment. Maybe I can figure something out. I want to actually see if I can't fix it and or make it a bit less loud.
Okay. Tinker's tools with intelligence. Nice. You got a good enough look at the unicycle that you put all the gears and chains and pedals back into place.
I kind of give it give one of the pedals like an experimental little like kind of push down. How loud is
It's still pretty squeaky.
I don't think I have any oil on me, but at least your unicycle is back in working order.
Yeah, much obliged, my good sir.
Aye.
Now, would you mind asking the big guy if he can put me down? I kinda want to keep riding that thing.
Yeah, Thav, do you mind? That's kind of rude.
Thav blinks with one eye at a time and then just slowly puts him down.
Well, much obliged, big man. And he gets back on the unicycle. If you're ever dropping by the Tinker's Guild in Port Miranda, you'll probably see me there. Wait till they get a load of this thing. I'll get in for sure.
Oh,
Ooh, I have
actually,
no idea.
you know, that is pretty clever. I'm a Tinker's Guild member myself.
Really?
You know,
Oh, well, that's frickin'
the name's Corellian, by the way. I'll vouch for you. Just, mention my name. Maybe I can, actually, if you hold up a bit, I can, write you something.
Excellent. My name is Panry, as I write that down in the chat here.
Thanks. I will write a brief letter of recommendation to Panry.
All right. Much obliged, my good man. I will pay you back for this one day, I swear it.
No need, but much appreciated.
All right. And with
Best of luck, and may Bahamut's blessings be.
And with another tip of the hat, he unicycles off into the distance.
I think that'll actually,
Godspeed that man.
he was certainly an interesting fellow.
I'm bewildered and baffled by just modern science baffles me.
It's really not that complicated. I mean, it's only so many moving parts, and never mind.
You'd think they'd find a way to make it more balanced.
Maybe if they put a second wheel on it.
What are you, fucking stupid? Get out of here.
2 wheels?
Gee, you just figured it out.
Two
Definitely.
wheels! Let's not get insane here!
Let's not get crazy here.
Definitely threes. Triangles are far more stable.
I like the way you're thinking.
That
Wait,
is an
what
overabundance
about
of wheels.
4? 2 on each side.
Whoa! Oh, wow! My mind
Let's
is
not-
blown right now. 4
I don't know,
I
I-
can barely picture that sort of thing.
Yeah, the material cost of that would probably be a bit too much.
The
No,
best
one
part of all
miracle at
this
a
is
time.
the best part of all this is coaches technically have 4 wheels.
Hey guys, I think I've just
Bum.
invented something even better. Requires no materials, requires no build time. Watch this. Then he very obviously and slowly puts one foot in front of the other.
I believe that's
No.
called walking.
I don't think it'll ever catch on, Thav.
Damn it.
Thabagath,
Thought
I
that was
mean.
on something. Hey, what did you call me?
Thabagath. Your
Oh.
name.
Right. No, that was out of character. You corrected yourself. I was just confused what you said beforehand because I thought you got it
Oh,
right.
I said Thav, and then I corrected myself to Thabagath.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
Well,
All right. You settle down and make camp on the hillside.
I will take first watch if no one else wants to.
I suppose I'll take second, why not?
I'll take third. And, well, mostly I want to kind of try and work with my smith's tools a little bit.
Okay.
Can I, whilst that's happening and during the night, would I be able to possibly try and draw a sketch of the ring with my cartographer's tools?
I will say practicing with your tools or using them during a long rest means you can't take a watch because that'll distract you from the task.
Well, I'm not.
Okay.
One of the
If
people
for
who-
Corellian,
Fine.
though. Yeah.
Yes.
I can ask Mosca to alert me.
Okay. Muska goes on watch on the third shift. First shift, though, roll perception.
Oh, I'm sorry. I kept. Okay.
Keep trying.
Eh.
Oh. You tried your best.
I don't like that laugh. There
You
was something bad
swear
happening.
in the distance you hear some sort of music, but then you're like, nah, it's probably nothing important, and like don't alert anybody to what is going on there. All right, second watch.
All right.
Please.
Come on. Perception.
All right, As you go on watch, in the distance, you hear some very off-tune horns and bells playing some kind of song. Something along the lines of...
What the... I go over in the direction of the noise and just yell, "Turn down that racket!"
All right. There's silence for a minute, and then you hear...
Does you yelling wake any of us up?
It can.
I mean, I'm very keen to see what the hell that is.
Momo wakes up just like, wait, you heard that too?
I mean, did you... What was it? I don't really hear much now. Just like, I heard you screaming. What happened? What is it?
Sorry. Well, I was trying to do some watch, and then suddenly I just heard the most annoying sound coming from the distance.
Oh, wait.
And right now it's you. Carlian doesn't even look up from their smith stool.
Yeah, but that's nothing new, is it?
Wait, you heard that too? I thought it was just me.
Well, would you care to have a midnight stroll?
Does that mean that we're next to a neighbor?
Well,
should we go check it out?
Yeah, I'm keen to see who's playing music, even if it is, as says, god-awful.
All right. Who is going to investigate the music?
I will come along with you.
All right.
To a picture and a tune.
So, you head in the direction of the music, and you see a bunch of dirty, sweaty humanoids, like a couple half-orcs, one Goliath, mostly humans, trying to pitch up this striped tent, while there is a half-elf playing some music on a little horn next to them, very badly, but now kind of softly. That same tune.
Do we approach him?
I don't know. Well, what the hell am I saying? Of course we do. Come on!
All right.
Oh dear.
All right. You approach the people putting up the tent. One of the humans turns to you and is like, "Are you that punk who was yelling at us to play the music softer?"
Try me and convict me. What the hell are you all doing out here?
We're trying to build up a little circus, a place of entertainment for the masses, which is kinda hard when we get yelled at to play music very softly.
Well, you'll have to forgive me, but some of us are actually trying to get some shut-eye.
Well, that seems like your fault to be sleeping all the way out here, if I'm gonna be real honest.
Perhaps.
I go over to the half-elf who's trying to play. Good evening. What are you... Oh, my heart. What are you trying to play?
Oh, no, you're in a minor key. You should be in the major, says one of the guys.
Can I investigate the instrument to see if there's anything wrong with it?
As a bard, can I assist in that?
Yes, you use your bardic knowledge to help Momo. Momo, make a perception check with advantage.
Okay, with advantage, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of it. A perception, you said?
Yes. There's nothing wrong with the instrument. He's just real bad at playing it.
Do you think I could try and help him?
You have a beak.
I don't.
Hard in the party.
Trevon walks over to the half-elf and goes, not to be that fella, Mr. Man.
That's my job. I just interrupt.
Thank you. How much do you know about playing that instrument you got there? Okay.
Wonderful.
That's a good start. Would it be possible, Alex, if I were to sit down with this person and try and help them get better at their musicking and possibly give them a few pointers with a performance check?
Sure, you'll give up the drawing of the octopus to do that, but you can do that.
This seems... I can draw the octopus later.
All right.
Here we go.
You, by default, you're performing better than this guy, but you're not doing a very good job of teaching, so you just kind of doot through the night in a little jam session.
I hope this inspires some sort of confidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Well, that's not gonna get any better, so if you kids really want some shut-eye, I'd say you get off our metaphorical lawn while we set up the circus.
I'm gonna see if I can give our prince friend some facial reconstruction. I'm going back. Have a good night, you guys.
All right.
Hey, if I may ask before we go, what is your circus going to be actually called?
It'll be Stanley of Lee Holmes' Circus of Marvels. It'll be the most exciting things you've ever seen. It'll make you true believers.
Out of character?
Oh, my heart.
I didn't have a name at first, but I had to.
Motherfuck, ow.
Thank you.
Now I have a really bad joke that is way too soon to say.
Yeah.
Do not.
Do not.
I'll stab you.
A week at
stab
least.
you.
Come on, dude.
All right.
God bless that man.
Yes.
Anyway.
Okay, anything else you want to do before you head back to camp?
Cry.
Cry. A little sad cry. That's about it.
I think crying is a
sad
reaction.
cry. Yeah.
I have a sudden need to mourn.
Mm-hmm.
I demand this character be put into the list of NPCs we encounter constantly. And if not, okay.
All right. You, Meanwhile, as you go back and try to draw on Prince Zordan's face, he just looks at you and is like, "What are you doing?"
Trying to draw on your face.
Why?
Because it's funny.
He blinks twice. I don't personally find it that amusing.
Well, I mean, you already look pretty awesome as it is. Don't you think you could use like a little bit of makeup here and there, you know?
Momo, just looks at Prince Zordan and just... Hold on a second. He looks at him and he just waves his hand under his chin saying, like, don't do it. Just tell him to go away. Tell him to feck off.
I mean, you already look like a god of music or so. I mean, don't you think you could have like a little, I don't know, little stuff here, a little
God
bit there.
of music? What?
You're bad at flattery, as Caroline is
blame
like,
a guy for trying.
Caroline's like working on their chain coat right now, doing some basic maintenance, just not even looking up.
Have you done this sort of thing before, this drawing on people's faces?
Yes.
Many times. Many times.
He's attempted to draw on me, but unfortunately it didn't work out because I
And-
have feathers.
Oh, don't tell me it wasn't good.
It wasn't.
And
It stained my feathers.
Everyone's a critic.
and have you ever gotten bored of it?
Not necessarily. I quite enjoy it, actually.
He slowly nods. Well, I'm certainly not one to judge a man by his hobbies, but if that's all you do during the nighttime, I'm afraid I won't be taking part in it.
Good man.
Per just mutters under his breath. It's not all I do during the evening, but...
Have a good sleep!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yourself.
All right. Meanwhile, Moshka does not alert Corellian on watch, so one can assume she didn't see anything. And in the morning, good morning, everyone!
Well, I go again. Fuck.
Yeah.
I got
All right.
fall asleep.
Zordan looks down at Savagath and is like, I have an idea! And he just, like, picks Savagath up, hoists him over one shoulder. Shall we continue onward?
Hold on.
That's one way to go about it.
Am I still asleep throughout this? Please tell me he stays asleep.
No,
Please, for the love of God.
no. Yeah, you are woken up to just being hoisted over this man's shoulder.
Well, I electively am okay with this.
Okay.
Like, this is a new experience. Okay.
Momo is slack-jawed and on his knees.
What?
Just. How did you do that?
I grabbed him, and then I picked him up.
Can I try?
Sure, he says, scooping you up and putting you on top of Abigail.
It's not enough, but this is twice as good!
Onwards, noble steed. It's a double entendre.
I want to marry him.
Yes. Okay, normal pace or fast pace?
Normal, thank you. That's Scott talking.
Okay.
Fast pace. That's me talking.
Eh.
I want to ride this prince for a
Me too.
Phrasing! Jesus Christ, phrasing! Juno, I know you're in the chat there. You know what to do.
Yeah.
You know you're calling.
Onwards,
So that-
prince. Show us the meaning of haste.
So that's two. That's two for fast. What do you think, Advis?
Well, fast is 5. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Got to go fast.
All right.
Take him
Not
fast.
in this place.
Early morning.
I go fast.
You walk onwards for a little bit, and you pass by where Stanley of Leadholm Circus of Marvels was being set up. There's a little merchant stand there that smells very strongly of alcohol and just reads Weird Joe's. So Zordan sets both Thavagath and Momo down and it's like, I smell alcohol! Do you mind if we stop here?
Not at all. Let's go.
I got this for, no, hold on. Alcohol is for the evening. You're not used to it. Come on, let's go. Please pick me back up, Daddy.
Prince Zordan is already going to investigate the stand.
Momo
Anyone-
follows him immediately,
All right.
like a baby duckling.
Guys, why? No.
You head over to the stand. A halfling with like a large glass eye that's discolored from his regular eye hops his head up above the stand and is like, here to try Weird Joe's, are you?
Yes.
What?
Lucky you! I got me a little sit down right here. A little terra firma for the day. Normally I'm up there, but I decided today only I would join the people here on the ground. I'd join the filthy ground walkers and sell my fire wine.
Mind if we give it a try?
That'll be 3 copper there, Shunny.
Whoa, that is.
Momo goes into his pocket and grabs 6. I gotcha. And then flicks them all towards him.
The copper just hits Weird Joe in the head, and he pauses for a second.
I'm so sorry.
Coming right up, he says, and then he pulls out. He pulls out 2 bottles of wine that look to be basically empty, with just wine residue at the bottom. And then he pulls out this long black rod, smacks it against the stand, and fire shoots out from the end, and just sticks it into the bottles, and they're 99% fire now. Hands over the bottles with the fire in them over, and it's like, enjoy, fellas!
Wait, we drank this?
Yeah, it's fire wine!
Do you
Will we
live?
die if we drink it?
I don't know! I'm not you!
Would it be possible that could you possibly give us a bottle that's not broken? As in, can we uncork it ourselves, so to speak?
Sure, he says. He pulls out a spare bottle that is also basically empty, but unopened.
So, would it be possible for Trevlon to mimic what that guy just did? To know what he just, Is what that guy just did really difficult to memorize?
Well, you'd have to have the rod, and he's not handing it over.
Right, I see. Okay. What exactly is in this?
It's wine and then there's fire.
Prince Zordan, are you going to drink it?
Oh yeah.
I'm not quite sure I can. Like, is drinking fire normal?
Not where I'm from, no.
I believe you can do it. I believe you can do it. Ignore him. I believe you can do it. Go on.
I mean, putting all seriousness aside, I do think that if a person can survive the fiery grog challenge, you can literally eat fire. So, you know what? Go nuts.
Okay, he says, uncorking one of the bottles and chugging the fire. He takes, He takes 33 fire damage while doing it.
No.
And then, immediately, puts a hand to his mouth, tosses the bottle aside as it rolls off in the grass, and is like, I don't think you should drink that.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Damn.
I'm fine. I'm good.
Let me heal you, please.
Sir, dude, you're selling this to people to drink.
Yeah.
Surely this is much better suited as a weapon.
He looks at you with his glassy eye and is like, nah.
You know what? Fair enough. No, of course it's not, because God knows that turning this thing into a weapon would probably be worse for everyone. Keep trying to sell it as alcohol, my fine sir. You'll get a buyer at some point, I'm sure.
All right.
Good, sir. Wait, sorry, Alex. Does this fire diminish over time, or is it one of those bottled fires that I can later use as a weapon, if I so choose?
It looks like it diminishes over time because it's trapped in that bottle and will eventually, fade out.
Because of lack of oxygen.
All right.
Question. You didn't happen to drop any of these anywhere, did you?
Yeah. Well, dropped one when I was flying up somewheres.
Ooh. Sir, you may have almost accidentally caused a wildfire somewhere nearby. You might want to be a bit more careful with those bottles.
Alrighty. I guess I'll go back up and look for it then.
Can I investigate that rod that he has?
Sure.
If I notice anything about it, that'd be Arcana or investigation?
Arcana.
Arcana. Does anyone better at Arcana want to do it other than me, or provide assistance?
I'll do it with you.
Alright. Momo, you do it with advantage then.
Okie doke.
Yes.
I did it with advantage.
It looks to be a rod made out of some kind of flint that immediately produces jet of flame when struck and can be put out with little damage to the rod itself.
Huh. Pretty cool.
All right. Well, guess I'd better go look for where I dropped the bottle. See ya! And he pulls a lever on the side of his stand, which just starts floating up into the sky.
That is peculiar.
Are we just gonna leave him alone to do that?
Trevlon thinks for a minute and then goes, "Before I forget, sir, what's your name?"
I'm Weird Joe! It says on the sign!
We and Joe?
No!
Weird Joe.
Weird Joe.
Can't you understand my accent?
No. Do you have a second name?
Joe!
Joe? Is your first name Weird?
What?
Well, that's kind of rude, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trevlon points a finger at him and casts a message. Fuck you, you're not getting away with this. I am answering this question. I am getting this question answered. I pointed some finger at him, I cast a message, which I shall show the onlookers now.
He's out of range.
Oh, no. Dang it!
Fuck. And Weird Joe takes off into the sky.
Yeah, I'm just gonna write this one down.
If we ever see if we see fire about here, we know who to tell on, basically.
Definitely.
All right.
It is a mystery.
Is it really?
Yeah. And thus goes Weird Joe. Meanwhile, the rest of you continue on your journey as I change music over to something a little more fitting. You. Late morning, passes by so without incident, you're very certain there's nothing nearby that was interesting.
Great.
Then,
Is Prince Zordon still carrying me and Thav?
no, Prince Zordon put you down. Okay, early afternoon, you pass by, there is a sword thrust into the earth on the side of the road with a helmet placed upon it.
Interesting.
Is it a
Yeah, no,
grave?
the last time we... Oh.
Oh.
Roll religion check.
Sure.
Crack that religion up.
That is definitely a grave. It's the type of grave soldiers put up like in a hurry when they don't have time to bury all the dead with full honors.
Last
How
time
long's
we
it been
picked up...
here? Like, is it rusted or?
The sword itself looks in pretty good shape. Like, looks like it was planted here pretty recently.
We should respect the dead. Just leave it where it is.
Yes.
Is it a nice sword?
No.
Thav.
It's covered in dirt and, it's covered in dirt and soil, but otherwise, it's a sword. It's serviceable.
Thav.
No. Stay.
Thav, no.
Thav.
Savagath, I'm going to have to object.
I mean, it's not like he's using it.
Thav.
He might be using it in whatever afterlife he's in now, and taking it from him will probably make him really upset when he's like being chased down by a demon wolf or something in whatever hell he's in.
Also, well irrelevant to the subject at hand, think about what happened every time that we've picked up a weapon that wasn't ours.
It's one fucking time.
Literally the
We got
last
a
time
fucking mansion out of it.
The
Last
last
time we picked up a weapon, we became fucking lords and now have a fucking mansion and
You're
town
not
to ourselves.
lords. You just have a
Incorrect.
mansion.
The last time that you picked up a weapon, you became someone who helped in the management of a mansion. The last time I picked up a weapon, Thav, it was a gun and it shot me.
Also, when you returned that weapon to its rightful owner, everyone, excluding myself, got fucking knocked unconscious. Let's not do that again.
And plus, this is someone's grave, as Corellian said. We need
Let's
to respect
respect the
that.
dead.
Forget the glass. Do graves.
What?
Do they just let the bodies
Do Goliaths dig graves?
I mean,
I know-
not
I know
every
some
civilization does. Like...
Yeah,
no,
most
some cultures just
civilizations
chop up the bodies
do.
and-
Yeah.
Just burn them.
Oh, you're serious? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, burn them or just fucking chop up the bodies and give them back to nature. Like, I know there's one.
Turn it into soup. Eat it.
Oh, yeah,
Jesus
that's
your grandpa.
Christ.
what my grandma used to make. Yeah, that's racist.
What? Oh shit! No,
No
I
fucking reason,
I wasn't
nothing.
going
Not
for
that.
that.
You're racist, Scott!
because
Okay, I'm no. Okay, say what you want
Oh,
about Mal.
Scott.
I am not.
Mal is racist.
Scott and Mal both hate giants collectively. It's
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
Thalagath, do you take the
I'm
sword?
sorry, Mal. I'm sorry,
Don't.
Scott. I'm sorry, both
I
of you.
really fucking wanna.
I will be angry.
Don't do it, mate. Don't
Okay, hold
make
on.
me-
I'm gonna flip a coin. I'm gonna flip a coin to the side.
Oh, Sav.
Oh no.
no.
Even numbers, I take it. Odd numbers, I don't.
Don't disappoint Moscow.
Well, fuck. Sorry.
All right, you consider everything and just knock the helmet off the sword and yank it from the earth.
Tav!
Thalagath, you now have a long sword. And also, you're now cursed.
Fuck yeah.
Yep. With
There we
what?
go. There it is.
What kind of curse is it, boy? Lay it on me.
Character must read one book per week or die. It must be a book they have not read before.
Dear God.
Oh, the karma!
Scott, Alex, did you specifically envision Phil taking the fucking sword?
Allow me to introduce you
notice
to
what
my
happened?
book, 100 Interesting Curses.
That
That's
sounds awesome.
amazing.
Where can I get this book?
It's
I
on
hope
DM's
you-
Guild, I think.
I hope you're proud of yourself, Thabagath.
Sorry, all I can imagine is this: is you guys being aware of this curse, knowing that I haven't read that week, and then tying me down like that one guy from Boondocks and saying, "Read, Thabagath, read."
Introducing the internet remix archetypes.
Yeah.
JoJo plays the characters that are always cute. Uprising plays the characters that always have big tits. Phil plays the characters that probably will die first every fucking campaign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was also character must kill one humanoid per week or die themselves, and I'm like, no, he does that already.
yeah. yeah.
God damn it.
So, Fav, looks like you are going to get a bit of a bigger vocabulary during the weekend. And by weekend, I mean this entire fucking trip until you're uncursed. And don't think that any of us are going to uncurse you because we fucking told you so.
Okay.
I told you to respect the dead, and look what you did. You got yourself cursed. This is on you.
Next time we visit, you pay for an uncursing yourself.
Okay.
In the meantime, here's a book for you. And
wait. None of you know what this curse is.
Oh, we don't?
Yeah.
Oh, not even me?
Thabagath, like, when you pick up the sword, you see a vision of, like, basically a scholar who was traveling with a band of soldiers just get ganked in his sleep by this band of goblins, and this is where they buried him. And then as you take the sword from him, you see, like, this flutter of pages scratching at what seems to be your very soul, and that is what you understand. You need to keep reading, or you will be torn apart and die.
Is there a way to break this curse?
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Alex.
Wait, is there...
Cool.
He hasn't told you that he's cursed, so...
Yeah, I haven't told you that I'm cursed.
Oh, man.
I hope you feel proud of yourself, Fav.
I do. In fact, I feel like reading.
What?
What?
Okay, well, that sounds grossly out of character, so now you guys know something's up.
No.
Feeling okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Are
Well,
you
let's march
delete
on.
that for a second?
We'll look at it later.
On a side note, how good is that longsword? I want to know how valuable,
Yeah.
what this curse was worth.
It is an ordinary longsword.
Oh, you
Fuck yeah, ordinary longsword. Fuck yeah.
Oh my god.
Get fucked, Val.
I left it up to the fates because I'm not sure what Thabagath would have actually done.
All
I'm
right.
glad
Fate said pick it
It
up.
makes perfect sense to me.
And then... Sorry, go ahead.
But before we move on, I'm going to say a brief prayer at the grave in Draconic and sort of like prop the helmet up properly, growling under my breath as I do so.
Momo stands next to him as he fixes what's remaining in the grave.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say that Thabagath doesn't understand any of this shit, because I'm going to go ahead and say that his tribe never actually did this shit, so this is just nothing but confusing to him. Like, there's a dead guy in the ground. And what he's doing? He's dead. What the fuck?
They're praying. They're praying to the dead.
Why? He's dead.
Exactly.
I'm so confused.
They're wishing him to another life. Or at least to the afterlife.
A lot of people think that the way that your body is treated in death helps how you're treated afterwards.
Huh.
If you let restless dead lie, things like undead happen.
Lord knows we do not want to deal with a revenant. That would... Ugh, revenants are pleasant.
They wouldn't be too
Mm.
bad.
Whatever, let's get going.
Agreed.
All right. That fell off the table.
Nice.
God damn it, faints.
Late afternoon passes without incident. Evening passes without incident as you settle down on the hillside to make camp. It's, you find a damaged and turned over wagon that you can use for, like an impromptu structure to get some shelter in the campsite.
Sweet.
Cool.
Hey, yeah?
Are you still interested in reading something?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to ask just yet because, I mean, before I do this, and keep in mind that I'm only doing this because I'm very interested in see where this goes, because, you don't read much, not to make assumptions. Why?
I read plenty.
Can I roll insight?
Abigath is very obviously lying.
No, you don't, mate. You haven't thought. I've never heard you say anything about reading before you took up that sword. It just kind of suddenly came up. So, explain, please. You know what they say? You told me, before I even continue this, you told me to be truthful with everybody in this group. And if you don't do that right now, I am just going to keep on lying and make you cross. How's that sound?
Okay, firstly, I said don't keep secrets that affect the whole land. Thirdly, secondly,
Was that intentional?
no. Fuck up. Secondly, I just have an overwhelming urge to read something.
Firstly, do you seriously think that something that affects you doesn't affect us? And secondly, take this. And Trevlon pulls out his bag. He gives it to Thav.
Oh, thank you. He opens up the book, looks at the first page. What is this word? Pointing at the word "the."
That is the title. That is in reference to the fact that this is the Tales of Ruby Child Detective Volume 2. See underneath that, there's an author by the name of Zimmer. It's not that difficult to read. I read it when I was a lad, so it shouldn't be too hard for a beginner.
Okay. Thank you.
Enjoy. But please give that back. That's an important book. Okay?
Abigail just kind of nods and sulks off to a corner and starts reading.
I am scared for
or
him.
Attempting to read at the very least.
I am very scared for him.
Abigath, this is a very important question then. Can you actually read?
Oh no.
Oh no. No.
Well,
Wait, he read the letter he got delivered to him,
Yeah,
didn't
Exactly.
he?
Go fuck yourself. Phil, before you even think about saying no.
Abigail can read,
Okay.
just not very well. Even the letter was in all caps, big font.
okay.
Okay. All right. As you read through Thabagath, you get kind of enraptured in the adventures described in the book, but then your vision goes elsewhere. You see a helmet by the side of the road, and you see it start shaking. And then you snap back to reality. You read
There goes
something!
gravity.
Hey! Now, out of character question, do you have to read it to the very end?
Yes.
Did I read it to the very end just now?
I'll be nice and say yes.
Yay.
All right.
One night?
I'm gonna go to this fucking place and pick up as many children's books as I can find.
Holy shit,
Yes.
that must have powered through that thing.
Okay. Who's taking first watch?
I'll take it.
Cool. Roll perception.
You got it, baby.
Your watch passes without incident. Second watch.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
Scott, it's okay if I was done, but I just want to make sure that I'm actually scribbling in the sigil of the octopus with my calligraphy supplies
Okay.
this night.
All
Can I
right.
use charisma since I'm taking all night with it? It
Sure.
takes time. Nice. Motherfucker. Okay, cool. Never mind.
You drawn a pretty shitty octopus.
I'll try again next time.
All right. Perception for second watch.
All right. So S puts down his
Sorry,
Oh,
ignore
sorry.
that. Ignore that.
Oh, I'm not going to ignore that. That's fantastic.
A whole ass book.
Whoa, ass book.
Sorry, I pressed the wrong button to I pressed the wrong button to minimize it. Just there.
How'd you do that?
You just added a fucking feature or trait.
Most fucking.
I love it.
All right. So, second watch, please.
Right. S puts down his journal and takes watch.
The night passes without incident. Third watch.
I was going to spend the night working with my smith's tools again, but I would ask Moska to.
Moska does not see anything worth alerting you about. And in the morning... Good morning, everyone!
Morning, Prince Nordan. Carlian has not slept very well, at all.
You look like shit!
Thank you for your kind compliments.
I want to go ahead and say that Pavagath actually wakes without problem today.
I'm gonna go ahead and say so too. All right. So, he looks over at your map. Heading into the western part of Arion now. Hope you packed your water skins. It's plenty hot out there.
I'm sorry.
It's hot out there. It's a desert in the western part of Arion. Did you not know that?
I'm prepared. I think I can handle it.
I really like warm weather, actually.
Well, that works out. Excellent. All right.
Oh boy.
Carlian is very happily cold-blooded.
Mm-hmm. Normal or fast pace?
Yeah, fast paces work so far.
Yeah.
I suppose so.
Okay. All right.
Now, because again, horrible memory. Just remind me where on the map our destination is.
It is up to the northwest.
Northwest. All right.
Up here?
No. The big old camp right there.
Wow.
Now I see what you meant by the whole fast travel. Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's one whole ass trip.
Yes, it is.
No, and good thing we have whole ass books.
Yeah.
Whole ass book for a whole ass trip.
Which way do you want to go? Since there are a couple, technically you can end up in.
I'd say probably. I mean, unless everyone else has got a better idea, I'd say here.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I am kind of curious about the little white patch, though.
I'd imagine that's just desert, and I don't want to go there.
Okay, I thought it was like a mire. Mire?
Mire, it's pronounced Mire. Gotcha. Okay. You head out past two brooks. Refill your water skins over there. Nothing of interest happens besides that. And then you cross into the desert. This is the Mahachan Desert, the gateway to the western part of Irion. And
Thank you.
As you enter, the sun beats down and it gets way, way hotter. But it's still fairly early in the day, so it's not real bad quite yet. And then it becomes afternoon. And it is fucking sweltering. Yeah.
Momo took off his armor and his cape and his shirt, and now he's just exposing his feathered chest, which does not help.
No. It is perhaps the worst thing you could have done, Momo. This sucks. You are no longer in armor, so that's not baking against you, but now it's against your flesh. And that really friggin' hurts.
Look at that spicy subscription.
Thank you for the spicy subscription.
Momo just like kind of puts his cape over his eyes and his skin or feathers, whatever. He's still boiling hot because his feathers aren't helping.
So, all in favor of traveling more towards the ocean next chance? Raise your hand.
I mean,
I
according
can't
to the
move
map,
my
we end
arms.
up right next to a fucking river. So
Right.
it's all good.
Let's just all groan in unison then.
All right. 3, 2, 1. You're not groaning
Speak
in
for
unison.
yourselves. This is great.
All right.
I was made for mountain terrain. This is too. And he, at this point, he starts gesturing towards unclipping his fucking pelt / loincloth, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Advertise.
Wait, Fav, don't do that. It'll burn you.
He's got a shield. He's gonna just fucking hold it above his head.
All right. It provides a
Drape.
very limited amount of shade. And
That's enough.
other than the hot weather, nothing really happens. Early afternoon. Late afternoon, you pass into some scrubland, so it's not just all desert as far as the eye can see. And nothing much happens there. And finally, you stop by a river, or like a little lake, rather. And finally, there's a source of water. As you settle down for the evening and see, oh, someone else was here. There's another wagon over by the side of the river. You look at it. It appears to be some kind of potions cart with all sorts of broken glass behind it and a broken axle on one wheel, and it's turned over on its side.
Are there footprints nearby, and if so, are they fresh?
Yeah, there's a series of boot prints heading east.
And are they fresh, or
Make a survival check.
survival? Oh dear.
Hard to say. Considering wind hasn't blown over and filled them in, probably they're fresh.
Yeah, we're not alone. Wait. Sun has gone down. Why am I speaking in Mal's voice? God damn it. Just assume that the light just hasn't gone quite down far yet. God damn it.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, we're not alone.
Any idea where the other guy could possibly be?
They're heading east. They look relatively new, so we could try following them, or we could just salvage what we can here.
This late in the night, I wouldn't. It would suck to get lost in the middle of the desert.
Yes, it would. What's the temperature outside now that it's getting dark?
Now that it's getting dark, it is getting real cold real fast.
Oh boy.
Right.
Ugh.
I'm going to
This
try and
feels
seek
great.
shelter before you know who comes out.
Are there?
Oh god, he's out. He's out.
Oh, God.
God damn it!
No, you know who comes out? Did you mean me? Hello!
I said the secret password. God of it.
As the warmth turns to cold, Thavagath seems to look significantly more happy. As just he's in his natural habitat now. Fuck yeah, cold.
Momo puts his shirt back on and just enjoys the cool air.
All right.
Are there any intact potions in the overturned cart?
Yeah.
Make an investigation check.
Since I'm holding on to some potions as well, take that with advantage.
Okay, so roll again. Looks like when the potions cart tripped, a lot of stuff just spilled or outright broke. And whoever left must have taken what they could and left in a hurry because trouble was clearly brewing. And yeah, looks like there's nothing of value left in this cart.
All
What do
right.
I
Thank you. Fair enough.
Okay. Whereabouts is everyone set up for camp, by the way?
Just right next to the water.
Okay.
I'll be in the sort of lee of the potions cart. I don't like cold weather, and I will have Muska curled up around me. Space heater.
Nice.
That's just like out front, I guess.
Okay.
Just playing out, enjoying himself. I don't fucking know.
S finally transformed. Yeah, I guess he is going to lie down by one of the rocks on the water's edge.
Cool. Trevlon.
He is out at the moment.
Trevlon is out at the moment, so I will
Just assume he's... Yeah, do the thing.
I will assume he is over by the wagon as well. So, Navagath, what's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 10.
Okay. All right. Who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch. Wash. I'll wash everyone.
All right.
You are by the water.
Haha!
Make a perception check.
Okay, dokie. Okay.
You don't see anything as you look out over the water. Meanwhile, Thavagath, you're settled down for a nice long nap, content in the knowledge that all you have to do is read some frickin' books and you'll be all good, and that's all there is to this curse. And then you hear some shuffling behind you as you turn, and there is a man in tattered scholar's uniform with a helmet lopsidedly over half of his face, staring you down.
Hello.
You took what is mine.
Oh, that... Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You want it back?
He holds out a hand.
Okay. And then just fucking nonchalantly hands him back the sword, I guess.
He grabs the sword, puts it by his side, stays standing right there.
Huh. So, sorry about that.
Where have I seen this before?
Mm-hmm.
I don't, can I do something else, or,
You disturbed my rest.
Yeah, sorry about that,
Repay the debt or die.
What's the debt?
He pauses, blinks.
You disturbed my rest.
Okay, so I stay awake for my comeuppance?
He stares angrily at you.
What do you want?
You disturbed my rest.
He says, kind of gesturing with his hands as if that will help.
Do you want to sleep with me?
Came back to sleep with me. What did I miss?
This is just that. I'm very confused.
Spectre, back, talking to Thou.
Mm-hmm. He looks highly unamused.
Then I shall give you the eternal sleep of death.
He says, it's time
No,
to
I'm
roll
okay.
initiative!
No!
Is Alex, is this a fucking revenant?
You
Alex,
don't
did
know!
I fucking... Oh, Alex, I really hope Trevlon didn't foresee this.
Oh, shit, I didn't actually fucking...
Where is...
Why is everything screwing?
There we go. Actually went in.
All
Fuck, I
right.
forgot to click my token. I'm an idiot.
So,
Let's do the initiative again.
since you're resting, for most of you, this is a surprise round, since Momo didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
God.
Alright. So, Favagath, what do you do?
No.
I don't fucking know, man. Wasn't expecting this. I genuinely thought I could just bullshit my way out of this situation.
Not with the dead.
Guess I'll fly into a rage, I suppose. Oh shit, that's the wrong way that kind of supposed to go. Good old ragey boy. Ah, fuck it. Then I will disengage as my turn to meet up with everybody else, I guess, because I'm gonna go out on a limb and say my physical attacks won't do anything to this. Wait, hold on.
If you
Is this a
rage and
physical
then
thing?
disengage, you'll immediately end your rage.
Ah, right. Okay, hold on. So this creature in front of me, is it spectral or physical?
It's physical.
Oh, in that case, bitchin'. I'll just fucking slice it up as Jaxie with my great axe.
Okay. That's a hit. Roll for damage. Cool. All right.
I would go through this entire thing thinking, oh, this thing's spectral. Nothing I'm gonna do.
No,
gonna
it's
do it.
it's a physical. It's a walking freaking corpse. You
Heck!
you hack away at it with the great axe and like bury it in the side of the creature's neck. As it does so, its helmet lolls off, and you see like this gaping stab wound where its other eye used to be. And then it just like snaps its neck back into place. You have one more attack, I believe.
Yes, I do. I do have another attack, and for that attack, I'm gonna take a huge swing at his entire whole ass head with my great club in an attempt to dislodge that bitch.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Smack that son of a gun down.
All right. You quickly switch weapons and whack at his head with the great club. He grabs it in one hand, snaps it back into place, twists it back on, looks very unamused.
Oh, that is really impressive.
All right. And since you didn't call out to your friends, they don't know you're fighting them.
Wait, no, hold on. I assume because of the initiative that they knew. Can I, before my turn ends, shout to everyone, "Hey guys, look at this!"
You shout, "Guys, look at this," as everyone groggily looks up and sees this undead creature getting whacked by Thabagath.
Oh, for God's
Oh,
sake.
there we are!
Does Trevlon know what it is?
Make a religion check.
I really hope I was right. And earlier I'd be like, I fucking knew it.
Oh,
Trevlon,
oh.
this is a revenant.
I fucking knew it.
What's a revenant? Trevlon, explain what a revenant
A
is.
revenant is the soul of a mortal who met a cruel and undeserving fate that claws its way back into the world to seek revenge against the one who wronged it. It will keep coming back until it has its vengeance or is brought justice one way or another. There is no putting this thing down, basically.
Do we run?
We try to convince it that you didn't kill it.
Alright. It is
Because
now
you didn't kill it, did you?
the Revenant's turn. As it.
It's the King's turn, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Oh, shit.
He
Can I
didn't
take my
know.
turn? Oh, fuck, alright.
As far as he was aware, there was nothing going on right up until it got pissed. Okay.
Oh, fuck, alright.
So, the Revenant takes the longsword you gave it and starts hacking away at you, Thabagath.
Can I actively dodge in return for one of my turns next time?
No.
Nope.
Shit, this isn't good. Swords beat axes.
Mm-hmm. Alright, that's a hit. And that's a hit. So you've got resistance to damage, technically. but it's still going to hurt a whole lot.
Alright.
So, first attack.
Depending on this, I might use Stone's Endurance.
First attack deals 9 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second attack and then he's got a bonus because he's sworn vengeance against you.
Mm-hmm.
Deals 26 slashing damage.
Alright, I'm gonna use Stone's Endurance to at least get a fucking D12 plus my Constitution modifier. It's fucking hold on, D12 Constitution is 4.
All right, D12 plus 4, roll it.
That's 10 off that. So how much in total? So that's 10 off the 20. So I'll just take off 10. And then the other one was a how much? 9? Did you say?
Yeah, 9 plus I think 26 was the other one, but you took off 10. So
26. 26. Right.
Yeah,
come on,
Revenant's hurt.
Alright.
Okay.
I think that's about right.
Ez, it is now your turn.
Alright, so as I'm running towards it, I look to Corellian in passing and say, so, maybe you want to start preparing one of those, go away undead things you have. Hello?
Corellian doesn't respond. Like, they're far too busy, like, sizing up the situation. Sort of, like, flicks an ear at you and just like, kind of jerks their head, like...
He is going to die! I'm going to say... Disengage is a bonus action, so I'm going to take... 1, 2, 15, 20... is this within range of the bow?
Yeah.
I believe it is. Yes. Alright, so I'm going to fire off an arrow in an attempt to get his attention and try and get him away from Thavagath.
Okay.
As soon as I can do that.
That's a hit.
Alrighty. And I'm going to roll also for sneak attack.
Okay.
Come on. I did not roll for sneak attack. I'm an idiot.
Can't
Oh well.
believe you.
1d4 damage? Wait, no.
3d6.
That's 3d6. 3d6. Alright.
As we wait for that to show up.
It's 11.
11. Okay, I will believe you.
6, a 1, and a 4.
Cool. All right. So you strike the Revenant with a well-placed arrow. It is keeping its attention solely on Thavagath. Trevlon, you're
Let's
up.
see.
Oh wait,
okay.
sorry. What else are you gonna do?
I give Master of Tactics to Corelli and say, please?
There's a curt nod in response.
Okay, so now Trevlon.
Trevlon looks at Thav and yells, Thav, you aren't going to be able to kill this thing. You can incapacitate it, but that's about it. Do you recognize this man?
Do I recognize it from the vision?
Yes.
I think so. It looks familiar.
Okay. Let me rephrase it. Did you kill this man?
No, God, no.
If that's the case, Trevlon is going to point at the Revenant and cast Message. Would I be able to roll Persuasion to try and convince this thing that Thav isn't its target?
You're welcome to try.
Alright, so I point
I
at
don't
the...
like that smoke.
I point at the Revenant, cast Message, and Try and persuade it.
Motherfucker.
Of course he
That was a
wasn't
bit-
the murderer, but he disturbed my rest and will not lay me to rest again. So he dies.
Yeah, okay, this is what he said earlier. I don't know what he means. What? And this is a legitimate question. How am I supposed to lay this bitch to rest?
Put the sword back in his head.
I believe I can assist with that. If I notice it.
If you share the message, Chevlon, go ahead.
I do share the message. I yell out what this guy really wants, just so that the party knows. And I also make it very clear that this thing is, in fact, a revenant.
Do I hear it?
Yes. All right. So, Thabagath, what do you do?
Is Momo able to shout things to me in my turn? Or
Talking is a free action, I'll allow it.
yeah.
You gonna shout at me?
Yeah, I just fucking did.
What did you
I can help! I know what to do!
Tell me, please.
It's a spell!
Well, fuck.
I gotta get over there.
In that case, Thabagath fucking goes like here.
Perfect.
I guess.
Do you disengage?
Yes.
Actively disengage.
Okay,
Back
your
in the
rage
day.
ends as you run from the Revenant. Alright.
Well, I'm
Momo,
sorry.
it is your turn.
How far can I go again?
25 feet,
It's about
5 squares.
5 square. Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna go about there.
Okay. And then Prince Zordan looks very confused. So, you're saying not to kill this thing?
It's not that we can't. This is a revenant, dude. You ain't gonna be able to put this thing down.
Ha! Watch me, he says, pulling out a warhammer and charging off after it.
Oh, this will not end well.
It is now the Revenant's turn. As it charges after Thabagath. And then, that's about as far as it can go. Corellian.
That changes my plans just a tad bit. I am going to... Yeah, I'm going to draw my war pick and run forwards. And I am going to make 2 attacks with said war pick. And I'm going to say... Well, we'll see what I'm going to say first.
Okay.
We'll see if I hit first.
That is, that's a hit. And that's also a hit, but that's with the javelin, not a war pick.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I hit the wrong thing. Fuck. I'm just gonna... Sorry, give me a sec.
No worries.
Hey.
Hey.
And on the second one, I am going to expend a big boy...
A big boy smite, oh boy.
A big boy smite. And I am going to say, by the power that Bahamut has vested in me, and I'm going to just bam.
All right. You drive your war pick directly into the Revenant's chest, and then he looks down, just kind of like lurches forward and steps right through, leaving you with a remainder of the backswing as he continues to stare down Thabagath.
That's not supposed to happen.
Mal / Ez, what are you doing?
Why didn't it work?
Again, it is. It's fueled by revenge. It's going to need something a little bit more powerful than just some holy words. Maybe some holy magic?
Gotcha.
Well, nobody's going to be able to get its attention, so we can't divert it.
It's almost like it's after Thav specifically. Krillin is not happy.
I'm well aware of that.
You could try and stun it.
That's a good idea.
You'd be very courteous letting us have this conversation. Being very polite.
I am curious. That actually, I was about to say I could probably dip the tip of one of my arrows in the poison, but then I remembered. Oh, right, it's undead.
It's undead.
No, that's not gonna work. Fuck you.
The answer to most questions is it's undead.
You know what? I'm going to... Oh, this is going to be fun. You know what I'm going to do instead? I'm going to do is... The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, from the distance that I am, take one of the potions of healing that I have, and just chuck it to Thav.
All right.
So
make a dexterity throw.
Dexterity.
Dexterity check.
Meh.
You toss it over to him, no problem.
Nice.
Take it now.
Okay.
And then I use my bonus action to offer Master of Tactics to our cleric buddy over here.
Cool.
See what you can do with this.
All right.
Got it.
Trevlon.
Let me think. Spells that can possibly get this guy's attention.
Whatever you do, just bring it closer to me.
Wait a minute. Give me a sec. I'm going to use my bardic inspiration to use cutting words to distract this motherfucker.
Okay.
Try to...
I think that's a reaction, though.
Let me see. At third level, you learn to use your wit to distract, confuse, and otherwise sap for confidence. Actually, I'll just put it up.
Yeah, that's a reaction.
Yeah, that's a reaction. Fair. Well, the next time it makes a swipe, I'm gonna do that, I guess. In the meantime, thinking that I can't really get this thing, divert this thing, I yell at Thav some inspiring words. Like, say, Thav, don't freaking die. You are better than this. And I give him a D8 for his next roll.
Cool.
That he wishes to use it for.
Okay, I'm gonna... If I drink this potion of healing I've been chucked, does that count as a whole fucking action?
That's an action.
That's a whole ass action.
Just do it. I have a plan.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna drink the potion of healing then, I guess.
Cunning plan.
Okay. That is 2d8 worth of healing.
2d8.
Nice.
Boom.
You chug it down. It's not the best potion you've ever had, but it certainly helps.
Yeah, I guess. And I guess just because I'm gonna move here.
Never say I don't do anything good for you.
All right. Momo.
Okay, so I have one move action and then I can cast a spell, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to move up to the undead, and if my character sheet will reload, thank you, I'm going to move up here, and I'm going to cast Destroy Undead.
Okay. Bring that up for the chat, please. Alright, so that is a use of Turn Undead, where you raise your holy symbol and chant some words that repel the undead, and if they're that weak, then they instantly get destroyed. You raise up your symbol, chant some words. The revenant just stares you down.
Momo has the look of being shot and absolute terror.
You think me some revenant zombie? You think me some shambling, unintelligent beast?
What can we do to repay you or to help you?
I seek vengeance for the rest I was denied. You may either give me my burial, my peaceful respite back, or bring me his head.
Trevlon
That guy! You think he killed you?
No, but he did take
We
my
will
grave.
Trevlon
rebury you.
yells at Thavagath, plant the sword back in his head.
He gave the sword to the revenant.
Yeah, the Revenant's holding the sword.
That's not... What do
Sir,
you
I mean, hold on. If it's a burial you want, we can just do that. These guys know what that is.
We
think.
need to put it back where it belongs.
He points at Thavagath.
You are the one who disturbed. You are the one who must undo your damage.
For the love of God, Thav, put that thing back where it came from, or so help me!
I mean, okay. Do I dig a hole?
Yeah, you ask for a shovel and start digging a hole.
All right, Mr. What was your name?
You didn't care before. Why start now? Dig!
Fair enough. Okay, Jesus. I start digging.
Alright. Zordan says,
I will.
You know, I could help you! And the Revenant says, No.
Oh.
No.
This isn't...
No.
This... We didn't disturb his sleep. That's not our job.
Alright. So, eventually, you dig a hole. The Revenant looks down in it, nods, looks up at you, Thavagath, and says,
And the last rites.
Trevlon points at Thav and casts message.
Oh, thank fuck.
Do I know? Can I roll religion and see if I know the proper last rites for this sort of thing?
Sure!
Oh, okay, please.
Can I help you?
You can
I don't
whisper
know
some
how.
last rites to Trevlon with advantage
yeah,
now.
Hold on,
I
wait.
just-
Let me do it because I have like good religion.
Well, okay, but you don't know how you.
You
Thav
can't
needs
cast
to do
message,
it.
Momo.
Heck, you right.
but you are right next to each other. You could just tell them.
Yeah. So yes, with advantage, Trevlon.
motherfucker.
Okay, so with Momo whispering in my ear, I point to Thav and whisper the last rites.
Yeah. You need to read him a eulogy, put 2 coins on his eyes, and then cover up the hole, basically.
Okay. Do we need to make up a eulogy or?
Thavagath, roll religion!
Fucking hell.
With advantage because you got instructed on what to do.
Yeet.
Please.
Oh god. God, please.
Okay. You have a limited pool of knowledge on which to draw on as a eulogy for this man, but you think of what you would want said about you if you died. Like, died honorably, didn't go out like a bitch being stabbed like a goblin. He knew things. And while the Revenant starts by rolling his eyes, he eventually
my final
accepts
words,
this.
I unbanned this man from Free Ham Sandwich Day.
And with my final breath, this man is unbanned from Christian server.
He climbs back into the hole as you put 2 gold coins on his eyes and cover it up. And you get the feeling the curse will slowly lift over the next 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Trevlon looks at Thav, tapping his foot, and goes, You feeling like disturbing any more corpses, mate?
I mean, if all we have to do is put them back in the hole.
Thav?
Oh,
Any
okay,
weapons?
I'm sorry.
You feel like taking any more weapons?
If they're pretty.
Okay, he can take all the weapons he wants. It's if they belong to someone, if that matters.
Alright. Yeah, I will say that took up your whole night.
Fair enough.
That is fair.
Excellent. I go over to my spot and I pass out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then in the morning, good morning, everyone!
You know, I think I'm used to it.
I'm glad to hear that!
I'm not.
So did that actually happen last night, or was I
You
doing?
still have some bleeding on you, Thavagath. It totally happened.
Oh, yep. Look at that. It happened. Fuck. Sorry. I guess that was my fault.
Well, what have we learned?
Digging
His hand
holes.
is just on his
souls
chest.
was
Just don't fucking bother.
Okay.
You're right.
Stabagath never learns shit, apparently.
Hey, it's not nice to say that out loud.
But you're gonna have to try and prove him wrong, aren't you?
Yeah.
Hopefully all that reading you have to... Well, all the reading you've been doing will help.
Speaking of which, how is that book working out for you?
Yeah, it was nice. It was a pretty good story.
For context, it is a collection of stories about a child detective solving mysteries, and it's pretty cool.
Love it.
So this is some rather nice reading. I can see myself never doing this again.
Well,
bags under his eyes.
Trev, if you don't mind, maybe I can take a look at it when he's finished.
Well, I intend to try and stock up the whole library with just Priscilla's works at some point, so by all means.
You're
Been ages. At some point, I intend to get the entire bibliography. Matches my mum's. She used to have the whole set.
All right. So, fast or normal pace?
Fast. Let's get the fuck out of here, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. Is everyone good with that? Thanks, a body of water is always nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you head over that away, early morning. Passes without incident. Late morning. Passes without incident. Early afternoon. Early afternoon, something happens.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Da-da-da-da. Early afternoon, you try to go along this paved path through the desert, but there's like a couple of barricades set up, standing stones with a note written on all of them in Elvish. Lord Ibranon's hunting grounds. Detour. Do not disturb.
Let's avoid that.
Looks like
Well,
we're gonna have to find another.
who reads Elvish for one?
Raise his hand.
Also raise his hand.
Says the half elf.
I presume you all read it out loud.
Yeah. Let's be kind to the non-Elvish speaking folk.
Thank you.
As soon as you read this out loud, Corellian goes like pale under their scales. We should go around.
What?
Well, I mean, of course, but are you okay?
Remember that the high elf in Ashranalor?
Yeah.
The one on the white horse?
Yeah.
The one that was giving looks.
Lord Ibranon. We should go around.
Oh.
Do you have business with him?
No.
If you don't mind me asking.
That's why we should go around.
Okay, does anyone have... Okay, Trevlon, I assume you have a crayon or something. Would you mind just writing it out in common underneath so everyone else can see it? Because this is always pisses me off with these fucking... in Elvish or Dwarvish or something. Could just be in common.
I am always happy to translate. And as Trevlon quickly takes out a piece of parchment and scribbles the note down, the actual translation down, and puts it on the ground next to the thing and puts a rock on it, just rock on top, just to make sure it doesn't move or anything like that.
Okay.
I'm always impressed by your penmanship.
Practice makes perfect and all that sort of thing. Or at the very least, practice makes quick.
That it does.
Let's respect Corellian's wishes and get the hell out of here now then, shall we?
Yeah.
Much
Very well.
appreciated.
All right. Late afternoon. Passes without incident. And as you cross into the prairie, the evening passes without incident.
Nice.
Nice.
Alrighty.
All right. Anything anyone wanted to do during camp? Or, for the sake of expediency, I'll say that nothing will happen during watch time.
I am going to make that fucking ring drawing again. I am going to try my goddamnedest, and I'm going to get it right this time. Check this shit out. That was with advantage, so fuck me, I guess.
You draw a less terrible drawing of an octopus.
Nice.
Nice.
That'll do.
I'm gonna keep working at my smith's tools.
All right.
Yeah, maybe not this time.
And then Momo, you look around bored. There's a dead prairie dog that you find on the outskirts of camp.
I go over to it, and I remember what I did with the rats. I look back at camp, making sure they're not paying attention to me, and I start moving it around like a puppet, and just smiling to myself.
That's not... I'm not sure if awe is the right response for me.
I just heard puppet, and I just thought something. I don't know.
Oh, it's Pinocchio, cool!
Oh, great, Pinocchio!
I got no strings to hold me down, just magic and a fucking around.
Forgive me if I try to find the good in everything. Forgive me.
Forgive you for finding that for finding that Momo playing God is adorable.
You shut face. You shut face.
Okay, so what would I have to do to notice this passively?
Or
just in general?
Oh wait, passively?
No. To be able to have noticed.
Actually,
that this is going on.
passive perception. I'm gonna say you don't notice it.
Penis.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I'm doing my calligrapher's tools things, can I notice it?
No.
Fair enough.
You're focused on calligraphy.
That's fair. I understand that.
All right. So, morning comes.
It's just amusing it.
Sorry, go ahead. What's that doing?
No, it's not important. It really isn't. Go ahead.
Okay. Morning comes. Good morning, everyone!
Let's get moving.
Oh, of
Momo
course.
shoots up just...
We should have 2 days of travel at this place.
The faster we get moving, the better.
All right.
Agreed.
So,
do we want to step off in this little town over here to the top left?
Top left? I mean, that's Blind Vault. Not sure what they'd have to offer that Demdoor doesn't. It's just a one-day difference, so...
Fair point.
Do we know anything about Blind Vault?
I was about to say.
Make a history check.
Can I help?
Right.
Can I help you, Mal? Because as a reporter, I should know these fucking things.
By all means.
I should know landscapes.
Well,
I guess okay.
Well, I have 2020. Okay.
Yeah, Blind Vault is a coastal town that was set up on the western edge of Irion to keep away from pirates way back in the day. It was so named because apparently it is built on top of a beholder layer.
That's concerning.
Yeah, well, I mean, unless you want to get yourself involved in, well, I suppose business you probably don't want to get yourself involved in. Fuck it, beholders. Let's not get ourselves involved in beholders. Let's just go.
I just went for stay, but yeah, okay.
All right. So, early morning passes without incident. Late morning, you pass by yet another overturned wagon. There are 4 large metal containers that are scattered about around the wagon. They look to be mostly empty, except for one that is leaking some kind of green liquid.
Can we
roll
see
an
if
Arcana?
anybody's... Oh yeah, you go first. Go first.
Can I roll Arcana?
Sure.
Or whatever I would have to use? Okay. Frick yeah!
You roll Arcana, and, this liquid appears to have some pretty nasty corrosive properties, similar to that, the area in the Sacred Grove that gave off the disease that gave you mind fire, basically. It's a pretty similar substance to whatever was in there.
Momo yeets backwards. Don't touch it, don't touch it, do not touch that. Ignore it, let's move forward.
Are there any tracks or anything like that?
Wagon tracks led up here and then obviously stop where it overturned. But there are no footprints around the area.
That's reassuring.
Momo, you seem kind of scared. What is that?
You remember when I was afflicted? That can do something similar to. It's corrosive. Don't touch it.
So
Meanwhile,
we're just going to leave it out in the open then.
Trevlon, by the way, you said you were looking to see if there were any corpses? Or anyone around? Because, spoilers! You look at the coachman's place, and you find a coachman, or what's left of him. He is lying dead with wicked-looking pustules covering his exposed skin.
Looks like somebody tampered with the merchandise.
Do I know that that's what happened when he touched the... Do I know what happened to him?
You have a pretty good idea.
That is what happens when you mess with that!
Why did he have that?
Great question.
Is that substance, like, contraband in any way? Is it, like, legal to transport?
You have no idea.
Can
Okay. Thavagath is just going to start digging a hole in near the box, leaking the fluid.
Oh.
Nearish. Just start digging a hole big enough for me to be able to kick this thing in.
Oh.
Make a Constitution saving throw, Thavagath.
Oh no.
I was going to say I'd kick a part of the box that does not have any of the ooze leaking onto it, but I'm assuming...
I got the Thavagath, the Toxic Avenger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, it's fine. Oh shit, that's disadvantage. Fuck. Well, first
Thavagath. The ooze gets over your leg. You are now afflicted with filth fever.
Okay, can I at least get a confirmation as to whether or not I managed to kick the box into the hole successfully?
It's a large metal cylinder, so you kind of kick it and it goes pang, but it doesn't move.
Okay, hold on. Let me handle this. Coralline will go forward and dispose of the biohazard.
All right, you lay your hands on Thavagath and cure him of filth fever before it can take him.
Yep.
Excellent.
Hey God.
If you're trying to get rid of that Thavagath, I can move dirt, so you could have asked, says Prince Zordan.
I keep forgetting about that. Would you please?
Suddenly, he says. And then he just makes a huge pile of dirt that the ooze just kind of like sinks into and dumps the dirt back onto it. That should be fine.
Thank you, Prince Zordan.
Of course.
Thank you, Zordan.
Happy to help.
And thank you, Corellian.
All right.
Don't mention it.
So,
let's get moving.
Early afternoon passes without incident. Late afternoon, you come to this gigantic land bridge that connects the two halves of Irion and make the long trek across it into the hills of northern Irion, where you set up camp.
You say land bridge, and out of sheer curiosity, is this a natural formation or a man-made thing?
Yes.
Nice.
Like, it is a land bridge, but there's clear, like, man-made carvings out of stone. Like, basically heightened and extended bits of the rock as pseudo railings so that no one gets really drunk and somehow falls into the ocean.
It's almost like flood defenses. I like it.
Thank you.
Flood and drunk defenses. Very good.
Drunk defense.
I now proclaim this idiot-proof.
All right.
So Thav-proof.
Proof.
Hey, you dick.
Hey.
Yeah.
You fucking bambino.
Hey. That's what I am.
A filthy little man who insults all he can.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm going to take a walk around. And as S goes up to take his little nightly walk, he he puts down his journal and does so.
Cool. All right.
Hold that thought.
So, in the meantime, is there anything else anyone wants to do during the night?
I guess I'll keep working on my smith's tools. I'm fairly determined to at least get a decent sort of working of them.
All right, cool.
Mama, there's a small pond or river next to us, right?
You're by the coast.
Okay, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna just sing to myself.
Ooh.
Sing a song that I learned.
Momo sings a little song.
No, I love those songs.
All the birds and bees sing too.
It's
like that one.
Momo's a Disney princess.
It's a beautiful night outside. Birds are singing. There aren't any flowers because you're in the fucking hills.
And so that'd be only the one. It's only one of them.
On nights like these, kids like you should be keeping fucking watch.
All right. So, morning comes. And then 1 second later than usual, good morning, everyone!
Damn, you're late.
Sorry, I was just so excited because we're almost there.
I'm really excited too. My entire brain is not screaming "Help! Sleep, please!" It is screaming "Yes! Let's go and do this thing!" Yeah.
All right.
Sure, it's not thinking both.
Shh. My brain can't think two things at once. It's too full of.
Well, trust me, neither can mine.
I don't really need to ask what way you're going. So, early morning passes without incident. Late morning. Late morning, something happens. Why is it always late morning? All right. You pass by a mass of crows circling in the air, and smell smoke and roast meat.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's about it.
What are they circling around?
You go towards where the crows are circling, and you find the charred corpse of some very large humanoid.
I have a feeling I know the answer already out of character, but in character, do I know what kind of birds these are?
They are crows.
Oh,
Just-
I didn't catch that. I'm an idiot. I wasn't paying attention. Fuck, God.
Out of character.
They are crows.
They are crows. Okay,
They
but
are
what
crows.
bird are they?
Crow.
Yeah.
Is the humanoid recognizable as any particular race, or
Make a nature check because it is pretty burned. Your best guess is that this is some kind of ogre or a giant.
Is there any way to see if the source of the fire, or how they got burned?
Another nature check.
I shall do this, and then I shall go. Hot damn! Is that really the reason?
Mhm.
And here we go.
Looks like lava burns, like some kind of minor volcanic activity, and this poor fucker happened to be standing in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh damn! Is
Okay,
that
but
really
what-
the reason?
Okay, but what must I roll?
What kind of
What
birds
must I
are
roll
they?
to see if this thing? Oh,
I will end you.
My second question is, where could we find like any? How would we know if there was any like volcanic activity nearby or whatever?
We look at the volcano.
As he brings this up, he's like,
Yes, I realized that.
I mean, Drew
We look
Hall
where
is
the
near a
volcano
volcano.
is.
It could. I mean, Demdoor is near a volcano. It could work.
We are also in a hilly area, so these could be volcanoes, like little geysers of some sort. Am I correct?
Do you see smoke coming from any one of them?
They both are better. You never know.
okay. I'm gonna ask the really obvious question that everyone seems to be avoiding.
What kind of birds are they?
Is this, which points to the corpse, the charred corpse, is this edible?
What?
that's the opposite of
That
this.
is- Thav, I hate to break it to you, but
Whatever.
no one was thinking that. Nobody at
come
all.
on.
Yeah,
I asked the question.
Nobody
what
was
must
thinking
I roll
that.
to find this out?
Roll a nature check.
Heck yeah, nature.
You haven't personally put burned ogre flesh in your mouth before. You don't know.
Oh no.
If you
Is it-
eat that and catch a disease, I'm not fixing you again.
But it's cooked.
And it just proves my point that you don't learn anything.
Thav, what did we say about defiling the dead?
Oh, come on, this has to be different. He's not even in a hole.
No. We took a soul
We're
from the
not
last
even-
guy. There
we're
is
not-
no way they're going to enjoy taking their actual flesh.
We are not even going to consider that fact. We are going moving on.
If you catch
Oh.
a disease, it's on you. Let's
Weird.
go.
That's how diseases work. Fucking.
As in, it's your fault to make myself plain.
As opposed to this guy who is pretty well done.
No,
So
I'd
we're
say
moving
this
on,
this
then.
is pretty rare.
Yes, we are
All
to our destination.
Oh, but I wanted to know what birds they were.
Yeah.
They were
You-
fucking.
Okay, I'm
You
quitting
move
that
on.
joke now.
Safe in
I'm
the
quitting
knowledge that
joke
you'll
now.
never truly know what birds they are.
You never really know what crow
Those
they
are some big black boards.
Mhm.
Those are some weird black dogs in the sky.
So out of character, we're all we all are under the same boat. That was probably Weird Joe, right?
That was not
Yeah.
Weird Joe. Weird Joe
Oh.
was a halfling.
No.
Shit.
Yeah, we're chosen.
No, fucking. This is the cause.
Oh no, volcanic action.
Volcanic action, baby. That's
Oh,
what
so
we
it was
determined.
definitively volcanic action, not just it seems to be volcanic action.
With a
It's
21, take that as you will.
Oh, okay, fucking.
You big
Wow.
silly.
But as evening approaches, where normally you would see just lights going out as the sun sets and town is far away, what you see instead is this ever-present red glow and the ringing of steel and stone as you hear chatter and pass below two large statues, headless statues, but really, really big statues, with crossed arms forming a sort of gate as you enter this large city that curves downward, actually, going down a slope, hanging over this pit of lava several hundred feet down, with several walkways of stone and boulders that are been hollowed out, made into houses, and you keep hearing this ding ding of steel and stone, and the occasional bursts of fire and flame. The whole city is aglow, and Prince Zordan turns to you, glee evident in his face, and says, "My dear friends, I bid you welcome to Demdoor, city of the Oread!"
Damn, that's cool.
And that is where we will end our session.
Uprising, you amazing, beautiful.
As I
person,
move
you.
Thavagath out of the way. That's
baby.
Momo. Momo can also go out of the way.
Ah!
Oh.
Fucking yeet to them.
Welcome to Doug Demdoor.
Everyone
home of
gets
Doug
yeeted.
Dale
Doug Demdoor. Oh, no. Ah!
Oh god.
Yeah. Welcome to Doug Demdoor, owner of the Demdoor Demodome.
Mal, you're really close to me. What? Oh god.
Oh god.
All right.
That was a
We
bit
will
too
see
squeezed.
you all next time as our heroes explore Demdoor, city of the Oread. And
Oh, I'm so hot.
all right. We'll
It's so
see
warm
you.
here.
We'll see you later,
Very
folks.
warm.
Have a good one.
My entire
Bye,
hand is on fire.
I'm seething.
Full of flame, baby. Flame on. Here we go.
Convection, smunvection.